All right, so you know what to expect then.
I have to
Yeah.
restart Discord. It's not
All right,
registering
all
my
right.
camera.
But
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
guys. Hi, I'm Kirby. I do just chatting and like a lot of games. Like I'm playing Bully right now, Valorant. Play stuff like LA Noire, DMC5, games like that. So yeah, I'm excited to. I see some familiar faces here. I see Vugar. I see Miss Cassidy. We love Miss Cassidy here, and I'm excited to meet the rest of y'all. Thank you for having me.
Hell yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show. Finally, I'm excited to see how you do. Moving on to Vugar. Vugar, my man, everybody apparently is familiar with you. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, so let's decide with this Royale. You're going to have to win it to prove it.
All right,
Introduce yourself.
We'll see. What's up? My name's Vugar. I do a lot of just chatting streams. Sometimes I play games. No one really watches that when I do, so I end up talking a lot, coming on here. I did your little dating show, so this is my first time on this Royale, so that should be
interesting. It was not a dating show.
Sorry, or whatever. Couples show.
Sorry, do not. Wow. Can we get a replacement for Vugar, please?
Close enough.
Fucking dating. As if I would host a dating show. What do you take
no,
me
it
for?
wasn't. We weren't dating, but like, you know what I mean? It was like a little like it was like boys and girls.
It was a competition. You didn't have to choose a girl as your partner.
Everyone did, though.
Yeah, well, you did.
No, everybody did. I got asked by her to be her teammate. That was Seal's idea. But then everyone else had a girl as their. I didn't know. I just kind of assumed that was like the thing. Anyways. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Am I too late?
Vugar. All right. Thanks, Vugar. All right. So moving on to Rez, my man Rez. Go ahead and introduce yourself. One of the fan favorites. Yeah, I have to admit.
Favorites. Let's go with that. That's a good
one.
Yeah,
you did pretty well. I think you were second place.
I get that. No, I won last time.
I know. I was fucking with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Twitch.tv/Resvere. I have very recently decided to go ahead and book a trip to Guatemala, where I'm going to sit in an ice tub for 42 hours, trying to get my kidneys stolen. So if you check me out on twitch.tv/Resvere, you're going to get to see me do probably the most poggers tub stream since Christmas 2 years ago. Along with that, I probably will die after that, so you know it'll be cool. It'll be a good memorial stream. We'll have a lot of fun.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna need you to do me a favor.
You're never gonna see it anywhere else. All right.
I'm gonna need you to do me a favor, Rez. I'm gonna need you to turn your microphone up because people want to hear your voice.
I got you.
There we go. That's great.
Is that two haws? Are we going? Do you want me to? We can full haws.
I can easily turn you down, but I can't. I was maxed out on turning you up.
All right, I'll do. Is that
good?
All
right, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, thank
cool,
you.
Awesome.
All right, Prime. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Did a great job last time, actually. So I'm happy to have him back. And he likes to balance out all the idiots on this stream. So thank you for coming out.
Thank you so much. No, I think
go ahead, introduce yourself.
I think we had an interesting mix of people last time, and thanks for having me back. My name is Prime Kai, PRIMECYES. I'm on Twitch, YouTube, all platforms. So come check me out. I do like cultural and political talks. We do that all the time. We'd love to have you.
All right, is he quiet for anybody else too as well?
Am I quiet?
Relatively decent, I think.
Am I quiet?
Yeah,
I think he's just
there you go.
Am I better?
I was just gonna say he's just soft spoken.
There we go. He's a little better. Thank you. All right, MiniDonbeE. You could look a little bit happier to be here, my man. Thank you. How about you show a little bit of appreciation? You know, hey man, hey Datum, thanks for bringing me on the show like time after time. You're a real homie of mine. Like, thank you.
Good one, Datum.
All right, MiniDonbeE, everybody. Malik, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Twitch.tv/MiniDonbeE. I will not be fucking spoken over. I'm an internet fucking gladiator, and you can check me the fuck out. I'll be on here every single time.
Yourself, Malik.
I'll be destroying everybody.
Malik with the clown
face
buddy. Today. Let's go. By the way, you're muted, Malik.
Oh fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm Malik_04 on Twitch. I'm a clown sometimes. Sometimes I'm crazy. I'm super fucking high out of my fucking mind off of caffeine tonight. So shit's gonna be wild. I may be stupid, but I'm also smart, okay? So that's why I'm gonna win.
Interesting dynamic. Let's see if it works out for you. All right. Kitty Correo? I don't even know how you would say your name.
Yeah, Correo. No, that's good.
Correo, all right.
Usually people say Corral.
Correo. Introduce yourself. First time on the show, and I think someone said you're new to stream, you're new to Twitch.
Actually, I started streaming a little over 2 years ago, but I took a 2-year hiatus and ran away for the hills, and then I decided to come back.
Oh, that's basically
But
like
my
what
name's
Dunkel
Kat. I'm from Jersey, and I'm living in Miami now, and just getting back on the stream life. I love old school RuneScape, but I mostly stream.
Oh, she
kinda
likes
like
to
a
not get
variety of everything.
views. She likes
Would you
to
say-
not get views.
You know, I'm not even. You're nice. I don't even know you yet. All right, thank you for the introduction. Go ahead,
Ask.
Ish your boy. Introduce yourself. He was a great co-mod or co-host last time, picking out his favorites and who he thought did well. Dunkel is taking his job today, so go ahead and introduce yourself, Ish your boy.
Oh wow, okay, good. We don't have to compete against Uncle. My name is Ishaboy. My Twitch name is actually Wishacell. It's not what it's in when you pasted it. It's changed now. But I'm actually gonna change it back
changed?
to that anyway, so I don't really give a fuck. And I don't care about followers.
Okay.
I don't do this for clout. I do this for the
I don't know
the
if
love
you've
of the game.
noticed.
I stream Jeopardy, and that's it. That's all I stream.
All of these hosts,
So if you-
they
if you like
mute
Jeopardy,
me 'cause my
watch
power
my
level's
stream.
too fucking high.
All right. Go
They don't
ahead
even
and
let
let's
me
skip
get an
Dunkel for.
introduction.
Go ahead.
They don't
Kitty, you have a
even-
question?
They don't even
I
let
forgot
me
to
get an
mention
introduction.
the reason I'm here is because of Cammy. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with Cammy, or if you've been here before.
Correct. Cammy,
Yeah.
yes. Cammy, she had a last minute interruption, so she recommended Kitty come on the show as her replacement. So Kitty is fighting on behalf of Cammy Hankins.
Yeah.
Go ahead, CJ. Who the fuck are you? Why are you in my Discord?
What the fuck is this? All right, so we being like that. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm
Thank you,
CJ.
Eli. Thank you, buddy.
I'm a
Thank you for
I'm a e-dater, professional e-dater. Why
Yeah,
the fuck is everyone shaking their heads like that?
technology.
Yeah, all right, everyone's on my dick. Anyways, yeah, so like I have a really small penis, so I like to overcompensate with like my toxic masculinity. So that's gonna get to be shown today, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
All right, I have a feeling I'll be muting you a lot. All right, go ahead, K-City. The lovely K-City. I was been trying to get her on the show for like 3 months
Bro,
now.
I just woke
Okay,
up.
it has
Finally-
not been
We're about
finally-
to go on 2 fucking
Finally, she has
Royales.
nothing better to do on a Friday evening, and so she's
Beautiful.
finally here with us all.
Beautiful.
Thank you. By the way, I expect big, great, amazing, incredible things. All right.
Oh God, don't set me up like
Introduce
that.
yourself and why you are histrionic.
Histrionic? What? I don't know what that word. I'm a cow. I don't know what that word means. I'm Casey. I've rebranded myself as the e-cow girl person because I'm non-binary. Don't call me she, her, unless you're gonna call me he, him, and they, them as well. I don't really know what I'm doing on Twitch these days, so don't
I'll
follow
call
me.
her
I'm not.
thing.
I'm not good
That
content.
thing.
I'm
I'll
making
call her.
D&D dice. If you want dice, hit me up.
I'll call her that thing.
That's it.
That
That's
is
all I
my
got for you.
favorite introduction of the
Beautiful,
night so
yeah.
far. Thank you. All right, and Dunkel's the co-host today. He will be choosing, at my direction, who he thinks wins the round, and the winner, according to him, will be saved from elimination. And Dunkel, as always, try and be as unbiased as possible. Remove yourself politically, no matter where you lean, and simply decide who you thought did the best and made their point in a clear, respectable way. And that means not trying to talk over everybody too much, not trying to insult anybody too much, and actually sticking to the topic. All right?
I'll
Absolutely.
Go ahead and
I
introduce
am-
yourself, my friend.
no,
I am
insulting.
Talk over people too. That would be really cool.
Yeah, you're gonna be. He's gonna be muted during
I'm
the
not
whole.
going to be talking.
round.
No, you don't need to mute me. I'm not going to be talking.
Starting now. No, I'm just kidding. Go
Here,
ahead and
you
introduce
guys.
yourself.
My name is Dunkel. I am a streamer on the platform twitch.tv.
First
I don't know
month,
if you guys have heard of it.
500,000 views.
I
Here we
stream literally everything. I just
Here we
started
go.
gaming. I
Here we go.
riz up with the e-girls.
Here we
I'm
go. Hold on.
crazy with the e-girls. You have no fucking clue. Ishacell is literally embarrassed that he has
Have you
nowhere
won
near as
one?
much game as
All
me.
right, all right.
but thank you for having me on,
Thank you. All right. All right, guys. We have 10 people today. 30-minute round to start with. Are you ready for your first question? Now, let me go over the rules actually first quick. And so,
What are the rules?
today we
are
have
the
some heavy-hitting questions, but we also have some light-hearted questions. So usually I try and do 2 more relatively serious questions, debatey questions, followed by, after those 2 questions, going to be more of a tongue-in-cheek or philosophical question that is anybody can really answer,
Ah,
okay?
fuck, bro.
So
Here
that's
we
going to
go.
be pretty much the format for today. Sorry, holding my thing.
He's super
All
loud,
right,
isn't he?
so go with the
Super
rules. The
loud, mate.
rules.
Mind.
There will be a timer above your head starting with 30 minutes
All right.
for each round. Oops, did not mean to do that. My bad.
Oh, the red thing,
All right.
right? The red thing that we need.
There'll be a timer above your head starting with 30 minutes for the first round. As the rounds continue and people are kicked off, you will have less time per round.
I'm literally gonna
to
go
bait
on
each
the
other.
2
Upon the
Royales, and I'm
completion
gonna
of each
fall asleep.
round, a poll will be used,
I'm gonna wake up
chat will
on
have the
fucking
opportunity
Sunday,
to vote
bro.
for who
Holy
they want to
fuck.
keep on the show.
My brain feels like it's dying.
Once again, when voting, keep in mind that you want to vote for who you would like to keep, not eliminate from the show. The winner of each round will decide who, out of the bottom 3, will survive, and the other 2 contestants will be eliminated. Does everybody understand the rules? Yes. All right. Thank you, guys. Yay! I know
Kind
you're all
of.
entertainers, and
Intro's over.
thank
What's the
you. I
fucking
know.
question?
All right. Fucking question. First question of the day.
Yes.
Demographics
Going everywhere,
in
dude.
certain industries favor men or women. For example, roughly 95% of pilots are men. Likewise, 95% of trash disposal personnel are also men. On the opposite end, over 80% of employees in human resources are women. Why is this? And should every industry have an even 50-50 split? Or do men and women excel in different industries?
I'll
Once
take this
again,
one.
why is this? Should every industry have an even 50-50 split? Or do men and women excel in different industries? I believe that was Ishaboy who says he wants to go first.
Yes.
30 minutes on the clock starts now.
Yeah, so most women do like HR jobs because they love to hear themselves talk. They love to just create problems for other people and just pretend like they're problem solving and actually doing some good in the world, which they almost never are. And yeah, women don't want to do jobs that are actually difficult, like you said, they don't want to be trash men. They don't. I'm sorry, not trash men. That's mean. They don't want to be garbage men. They don't have the mental wherewithal to be pilots. Andrew Tate has said it very perfectly. He summed it up very well.
God.
About women flying and driving in general. And yes, so there are jobs that are pre-designed for men, and there are jobs that are pre-designed for women.
Okay, so we can see that Isha is like working the ref, right? He wants to win the round. He knows like Dunkel's gonna love this shit. So good work with that.
You know, it's better to get the troll answer out of the way, though. You know, so
It's
there
really
you
not
go.
a troll
All right.
answer, though.
Yeah,
Listen,
no,
That is how I feel.
I agree with Isha.
All right, let's go to Prime then.
1
Prime,
minute intros. Let's go.
Yeah, so I
Prime,
mean,
go.
oh, that's bullshit. So there's historical reasons why all these things happen. There's like historical reasons why people live where they do, like populations live where they do. There's historical reasons why people gravitate to certain fields. You'll see less African Americans in certain fields, right? Is that they simply can't do it? Maybe someone here will say that. Or is it that there's reasons why these people were
I'll show you the
locked
base.
out
Listen to this.
of those
Watch.
fields? So the same thing with women.
Watch this.
There are definitely more women who want to be women pilot, but for a reason, they've had difficulty. When it comes to the STEM field, you see it all the time. You literally talk to women who have gone to those fields. It's just a lot difficult, and they're constantly discouraged from doing it. Some other people can push past that, and that's why you see some amazing, badass women scientists and engineers. But for many others, these barriers somehow keep them out. So that's why.
Well, STEM for women,
Okay.
isn't that like sweets,
All right, no,
treats,
we're doing
entrees,
intros. We're doing
and meals?
intros.
Go ahead,
my fault.
Rez. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Rez.
All right, so I want my minute. All right, so dimorphic differences with humans is obviously demonstrated by testosterone and estrogen, right? So when we go ahead and look at something, testosterone will make you stronger, more physically able, and there are several jobs that actually require that, such as oil drilling, lumberjacks, and other physical jobs. Like, could I imagine Vugar going out and like cutting down a tree at any point in time? No, not whatsoever. He's tiny, he's small, he's lithe, he's fit, but he's small. These dimorphic differences often do show like large disparates when we go ahead and look at a lot of ways that old jobs would hire. But when we look at like the modern industries that have gone ahead and come up since we moved from a industrial economy to a service economy and past that, we are starting to see that the actual field is leveling out. So that does probably mean that most fields previous to this that don't necessarily have a requirement of physicality are there because the field itself has some sort of bias to it. Nursing is a very, very good example for this, right? Because yeah, so that's my whole talk. It's just like, yeah, like small people like Vugar probably can't be lumberjacks.
Okay.
By the way, if you guys can take turns, but if you disagree with someone, feel free to butt in. You don't have to be like too nice.
Okay,
I've
I was
cut a
being-
tree
I was
down.
being very professional.
Okay.
The truth
What,
is
was it
this.
sapling?
The truth is this. Every single man here can do 10 push-ups. Even Reservoir himself can do 10 push-ups. So there's no
100%,
women
yeah.
in here who can do 10 push-ups, all right? So
Hey,
Rez
Mini,
is
speak for
completely
yourself.
correct. No, you can't do 10 push-ups. I'm sorry. No.
I
You
can
do.
do
Okay,
10
okay.
push-ups.
Do the push-ups then. Prove me wrong. Do proper push-ups. Don't just say you
3
can do push-ups.
times?
Show me.
No,
Proper
I'm
push-ups.
not gonna do
Okay.
10
push-ups.
proper push. Oh, you're not gonna. Oh, so you only speak. See, this is why you got jobs like HR when you can actually speak, right?
I
And
will
men do the
literally
actual
do
physical
push-ups.
jobs.
I'll get up and do
That's the
push-ups.
truth.
You guys are just gonna stare at my
men,
ass. I can't
also,
do that.
men are way more obsessive, right? Men are way more
Yeah, you gotta
obsessive.
blanket
So
over yourself.
jobs
Hydra.
where you need obsession. Jobs where you need obsession. Only men can truly do those jobs.
No.
Right? Women
This
are
is-
not as obsessive. There's a reason why all serial killers are men. That's the truth.
Yo,
Also,
Kitty's
I can't see
looking
it.
pretty good. Pretty's looking pretty good on those push-ups. Not gonna lie.
How many did she do? I don't know. Did she do 10?
Push-ups.
I didn't
did 10.
see.
She did
Okay.
10.
Good job.
Yes. You go.
Good job. You are now a
Representing.
man. Good job. You are now a man.
Listen, this is.
I thought she was
listen.
they them.
All right, Malik, go ahead.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna dumb this down as simple as I can make it. By nature, women are nurturers, okay, and men are laborers. That's like just the basics.
She actually
Women
did 10
nurture
push-ups.
people. That's what they're
Holy,
good at.
it's
That's
impressive.
nurture,
How much
jobs,
testosterone?
nursing, all that shit, and men are good at being leaders, and manual labor jobs because it's just by nature.
Yeah, I agree.
She said she
I
could
just
do it,
think,
but she didn't prove it.
I think
Kitty,
when you just
okay.
go back to as far as years can possibly date back, men have just been breadwinners and women were just kind of like predestined to run the house and do less labor intensive jobs, and just over the years it just developed into women. Sorry, I'm out of breath from the push-ups. it just developed into
Okay, it was
women-
impressive.
That's a meme.
I could have kept going. They were clean. Those are real clean.
Let her finish,
It was
guys. Let her
impressive.
finish.
It was impressive. I'll give you
I
that.
mean, women just have always
That's, bro,
kind
that's
of fell
elite.
towards jobs that were more human
That's
resources
elite.
related,
Elite level
or
strength.
even just like easier, less
women.
labor intensive jobs.
Most women
because
can't even
of
do one, dude.
How it just is with male and female. That's all.
All right,
That's all. I
go.
put
Let's
together
hear
with
from,
my
let's hear from
brain right
Will
now.
Kirby. Will Kirby, we haven't heard from
All
Will
right.
Kirby yet.
Hello,
And then we'll go
Keep the
to
low- keep the low
Cassidy, and then we'll
CGI
move, and then we'll
for
go
Look
to
at Isha. Look at
CJ.
Isha.
Well, I think there's starting to be a shift clearly because within the last like 50, 60 years, there's been like the breakdown of the nuclear family. So now you have like more single parent households. It's not like a mom staying home.
No,
while
the
a dad or,
degeneration
whoever's
of the
going out
nuclear
and
family.
earning all, being the breadwinner. So now in these, like when you look at these industries, like there's, for example, like teaching, I've seen people complain about having like a male preschool teacher because they think that's like inappropriate, or like they're, doing something bad, or like women going into the STEM field and struggling a lot because it is a male dominated industry. There's always going to be struggles when you're going into an industry as like one gender that's dominated by the other. But I mean, there is that whole societal where there was the nuclear family, so it makes sense that women tended to gravitate towards that job, towards those fields. But then there's also in terms of opportunity where, if you, back in the day, my grandma, she did she was an electrician and stuff like that. It was very difficult for her to go and get, actual work because she'd be like harassed and people wouldn't take her
Dude,
seriously.
this
and think she wasn't
septiembre.
able to
You're
do her job.
goddamn
Very
right. I
different
can't
now.
lose today.
But
Just like Canelo can't lose
there
today.
is a reason why
Actually,
like,
tomorrow.
men are men and women are women for a reason biologically, but I don't think that should be a reason to discourage someone from pursuing a field they really like. I mean, I was going to go into college for
Yo, is this like an interview?
yeah.
Is this a one-man
Yeah.
fucking interview? What the
Okay,
fuck
no,
is going
you
on,
cut me
yo?
off.
You gotta move on.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so cut me off.
So
Guys,
it's
that's perfectly fine.
You didn't even answer the
The
question.
degeneration
Like,
of
why
society's
stats-
here.
It's
This is why women do
Let's go
HR jobs, because they
now.
talk and talk and
Yeah.
talk.
I
No,
did
let's
talk,
go.
guys. I
Okay.
did
She did
talk.
go.
I said Casey. So it sounds like Will Kirby is halfway
I
to
haven't
Prime.
gone either.
Prime believes, for the most part, from what I gather from Prime, was that he believes that there are inherent barriers into some professions, and that is why there's a difference. And it sounds like Will Kirby is sort of
My
halfway there.
lord.
Let's hear from Cassidy.
Yeah, I
Her
agree
brain
there
is
are
half
barriers,
developed.
but the barriers are the men. Women can do literally everything men can do.
No.
Literally everything.
What if you're non-binary?
Well, we were talking about men and women, were we not?
You're right. Good comeback. Good comeback.
Okay.
Literally everything. Okay.
Your question, so we can get back on track here. What was
Okay.
your question specifically?
Okay, the question specifically was demographics.
Women
and
can do
industries for men
literally
or women,
everything.
right? Why is this, and should every industry
Yeah,
have an even
10%.
50-50 split? Or do men and women excel in different industries?
I don't think that there should be a mandatory split on even gender into any field. There are barriers that prevent women from going into jobs that men are dominant
Literally
in.
everything.
But I don't know if that
What?
same barrier
Listen,
exists for
if she
men.
said
Like,
that,
I think men
I'd be
can
like,
just
okay,
go
you
do a
could do
job
10
that
push-ups.
women
Alright,
Okay, you
do.
can do 20. Everybody here can do
Let's
20.
remove the, if there
Okay,
are
you
no
can do. Can you
barriers,
do 30? Everyone here can
should
do
it
30.
be 50-50?
And
Or
she's
should
at
men
least.
and women, assuming there are
Is
no
she
barriers,
count?
for the sake of argument.
Well, you're not
Should it be
accounting
50-50?
for personal taste. You're not accounting for like what types of jobs people want to do. You're just saying that it should be a 50-50 or asking if it should be a 50-50 split.
Yeah,
right?
no
Yeah,
women.
it's a
No woman
question.
wants
It's
to
a
be a
question
minor.
that you answer.
Yeah, and I'm answering you. I don't think a 50-50 split is the way to go because there's like half of, if you have to make it even in every profession, there's going to be people doing shit they don't want to do.
So you're against affirmative action.
What?
This
No,
is why I'm for
Oh,
drones.
may I
Yes,
add a
she
point?
is. Yes, she is.
No,
This is
Yes,
why
she
I
is.
hate
We're gonna
people.
hear. We're gonna hear
Agreed.
from CJ because we haven't heard from CJ, and then Malik, you can go.
I haven't gone at either, by the way, Datum. But
Well,
Oh,
no
yeah,
one can
forget
tell
you're
when
here.
you go
Okay,
and when you
Vugar,
don't
Vugar,
go.
you can go.
Exactly.
You'll go. You'll go CJ, then
Yeah, but-
Vugar, then Malik again.
Yeah, but
Alright.
who asked?
To me, it's pretty simple. Men should be doing certain jobs. Women should be doing certain jobs. Like, for example,
sucking
a
my
driver
dick.
instructor,
True.
a woman driver
True.
instructor
True.
is like pretty pathetic because like women can't drive
yo,
per se,
yo.
as well.
We're
Let him
not.
go.
We're
Let
not.
him go. Let him go.
No, I'm
Please.
not gonna let him go. All right, there's a limit. CJ, this is your first time on the fucking show, bro. There's a limit. All right,
Way
this
too
is
based.
this is the John Zerka podcast. All right,
I listen
Way
to
too
him
based.
I'm gonna unmute you, but we're not here to troll. And
Way
I
too
hope to God
based.
that's not your actual answer.
Well,
Way
that,
too
it was
busy.
just my example for why certain genders should be doing certain jobs other than the others. Like
I don't
physical
know.
labor,
I don't know,
like
Datum was
Physical-
a
I
liberal.
think when you talk in absolutes, it makes you sound like a dick. If you
Physi-
believe in something,
physical labor.
maybe say so in a better way that's not going to break TOS. How about that?
I didn't.
Okay, all right. Physical labor, like for example, like doing like turning a wrench. A man's gonna do it better than a woman, just because like it requires more muscle strength that the women don't have. So men are more for the physical labor, and the women are more for the jobs that make them look pretty, like a bartender or something like that, where
Oh
they're
my
collecting
fucking
tips
God.
and all that. So yeah.
Oh, thanks, CJ.
Cool.
So
And
happy
Malik
I
has
brought
a
you
wrench.
in. All right, Vugar,
Malik has a
Vugar,
wrench.
go, Vugar.
So I think the discrepancy just comes from necessity in a lot of ways. Like you mentioned garbage men being mostly men. Well, yeah, because no woman's gonna have to be a garbage man. They could probably get a job in a cozy office.
She can do
pretty well.
OnlyFans.
She could go on the internet and make herself really famous, or she could just get married and not have to handle trash all day. So
Based.
like men do
Based.
jobs that they
He's
have to
actually
do
based
because
today.
they have to survive.
He's actually
And a lot of
based
those
today.
jobs end up being kind of shittier,
Actually
more
based today.
dangerous, you know,
Actually based today.
and more independent. Like pilots, they travel, they're more independent in that sense. They fly everywhere. They don't have a family in general because they're mostly traveling. They're not around their kids as much. Like a woman who has kids doesn't want to be a pilot because
They
she's
have
going to want
3
to see her
families, bro.
children.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's have
answer,
3
good
families,
answer.
bro.
Okay.
All right,
Good
let's hear.
answer.
Let's go.
Good
let's go
answer,
Brian.
good
Let's go
answer.
Brian.
W answer by
Go ahead,
Vugar.
Brian.
Answer.
Okay, great. So would you all say that women do a better job as nurses? That's like a naturally female.
Yes,
Yes.
caretaking.
I don't actually think
Yes.
that that's a good comparison, right? Because I
Hold
don't
on,
think
hold on.
that.
I'll get to you later. I'm just
I
asking.
got a very
Is-
strong reason
Oh, hold on,
why I
hold on.
disagree
I
with
got
this.
one. I'm
Rez,
doing
he
the
didn't ask
thing. doing the thing. Thank you. Great.
No, he actually did ask a question, Malik.
Not
Get
to
on the
you.
fucking
He
board.
did.
Yeah.
Short,
He asked to the
short,
group.
short, quick answer. You
yes
got
or
it. Go
no?
ahead, Prime.
Men,
Yeah. So, okay, great. So thank you.
I think there are at least some people here that would agree with you. That would agree with that statement. Yes, Prime.
Thank you so much. Okay, great. Today, 80% of nurses are female, like 14.
sometimes you need the strength though
14,
to be a
15%
nurse,
men,
to lift up the fat
However,
Americans.
it wasn't always the case. In fact, historically, men were nurses, right? Because of the military. Yeah, you would be taking care of people on the battlefield. That's where that started, where the profession started, like in 250 BC. But since then, right? So we come to the modern era. That was true up to around like World War One, where women started to come into the field. Here I'm talking about in the United States. We had separate registries for men and women, and that also affected where they could work. And at one point, men would just work at mental health hospitals, and then female women would work at general hospitals. And then at that point, men weren't getting the proper training, and people thought that men were worse at being nurses within a general hospital setting. After World War II, where a lot of people were called up, women were invited into the working ranks. That's when the change seriously happened, and men started to go away from the field, and then became
Prime.
you're
using a lot of your time.
Prime, you're talking about the U.S.
I gave you the answer, right? So,
Prime, no. Prime, you're talking about.
I mean, that's an
Prime,
answer. In
you're
the
wrong
women
because
industry.
and also
Yes,
here's the
I did.
thing. And also here's the thing.
like-
You're talking about the U.S., right? The nurses to doctor disparagement is the same in pretty much every single country. It's not 50-50 in other countries. So it's not just because of the World War II. Now let me tell you something. We need more male nurses because of fat fucking Americans like Reservoir, okay, and they need to be lifted and taken care of. That's the truth. So we need more male nurses because of Reservoir's fucking fault.
So here's what you gotta
Go ahead,
do. I
Rez.
haven't called
I just wanna be
Giga. I would
clear.
like to go
I
ahead
didn't
and
say my
talk
answer
at
was
Mini real
universal.
quick.
I don't know. I didn't say my answer was universal. I just
Yeah, I
gave you
know.
an example
I'm gonna
as to
respond to
why.
him because he
Oh
called
yeah,
out
I know.
me,
Hold on.
right? Yeah,
You will.
cool.
Hold on. Just let me finish it. I didn't say my answer was universal. I just gave an example as to why in this country it's its way, right? Throughout the entire world,
It's that way in every
we all
country,
men.
bro.
So there's different answers everywhere. But yes, like it doesn't mean that men aren't as capable as women of doing the same fucking job because they're doing it for thousands of years.
No, but it's the
you
same
realize-
thing everywhere in the world.
Shut the
Not
fuck
the
up.
whole
Still.
world went into the World
Okay,
War.
so-
It was like 5
All right,
countries.
walking out.
Go ahead, Rez.
All right.
No,
Go ahead.
No, it's like literally,
ahead, Rez.
you're literally losing your fucking mind when you get pushed back at all, Mini, and you
Go
don't
ahead,
even know
Rez.
how to argue
Go ahead,
your own
Rez.
arguments.
Go
The
ahead, Rez.
reason why we see this in a lot of countries is because we just had one of the bloodiest centuries. So, like, we're literally in this point where people are now afraid to see dead bodies and stuff like that, right? And that, as a simple function of everything, is why we haven't had wars that are going to require, having doctors that are men going out there
Afraid to see
and
dead
like pulling
bodies?
people off of battlefields. Yeah, people are afraid to see dead bodies now.
We have a
dude.
But why do we
As
still
they
have the
should be.
disparagement between male
As they
doctors?
should be.
Malik, go ahead, Malik.
Okay,
doctors
so
see the same
I
dead
don't know
bodies
why
as
we got so off
nurses.
track. You said like what 95%, I forgot all the stats, of men are pilots or of pilots are men, and like so and so percent are of nurses are women. Why is that? Like, do certain genders excel in certain industries? The answer is like yes. I don't know why this is being so complicated. It's literally by nature. If it wasn't by nature, then it would be 50-50 in every industry. Women are meant to nurture and men are meant to lead and like do hard labor. Like yes, a woman can.
The
do it.
argument
Oh,
someone
that's
like
what
Prime,
Prime-
Literally just
Prime
gave a perfect.
So the argument someone like Prime says is basically due to the barriers, not necessarily inherently that people are better at one thing or another.
I don't.
No, I mean, there's
I
a
don't think
barrier
that's what
to
Prime
some
even
degree.
meant
But
about a
if no
barrier.
one-
He's just saying we didn't train men.
Initially, that was
to
his
be
initial
nurses.
argument. Yes, and
That
then he
is
went
his
on about
argument,
about
right?
war. Correct.
He
But his
said
initial
the
argument
American
about
No, his
barriers.
argument is we as a society did not promote men in a specific field, and here they then lost their field. If men used to be primarily nurses, right?
But why
Yes, these
is
men
it
are
the
leaders.
same?
Well, and there's
Men
always
step up to the
exceptions. There's
plate.
a
But
Men
we
step up to the
promoted
plate.
we
All right, Rez.
promoted women to do this.
Why?
Like, my grandmother was a nurse, and
Rez,
she did
Rez,
get
a lot
men
of
on
people have to talk,
why,
Rez.
but
Yeah,
why
I
is
wanna-
it the
I
same
wanna
in
address-
every
Mini
other
and Rez,
country?
Mini and Rez, you guys have talked. I know.
Oh
It's
my
first
God.
round. I gotta give everybody
No,
a chance.
And,
Boy,
and
go.
if people
Yeah, I
are
wanna
afraid of
address something
dead
that
bodies,
Casey
why
said.
are there still doctors?
She had. Let me just confirm that this is what she said.
If people are
have a
afraid of
point.
dead bodies, why are there still
Is it true that you
doctors?
said
And why is the
that
difference between
women
male
have
doctors
barriers into
and
getting into
women,
men's job,
women
but
nurses
you don't
still
think
that
that the
big?
same barriers exist for men getting
male
into
nurses
women's
and
work?
women nurses and male doctors and women doctors.
Yes.
Is that big?
broadly.
Why?
Okay, so I'm sorry.
Like,
you said
if people are
broadly?
afraid of dead bodies, then the number of doctors
it's
and
not the
nurses
same
just
in
drops.
every single instance, but in most
It
of
doesn't just drop for
daycares?
one sex. What?
Well, Cain
Babysitters.
Velasquez just shot a guy who was molesting children at a daycare center. So men do also work at daycare centers. But I was going to bring up the point of how, like, we'll never see a male Victoria's Secret model. Like, we saw a woman with Down syndrome, but we're never going to see a male Victoria's Secret model.
Because
Why
it's
is
the
that?
brand. Because the
So what?
brand
So what?
is. So I mean, like, you wouldn't see like a
Oh, now
female
a male can't be a woman?
No,
model
there
for
are
a male's
lingerie
brand.
companies that will promote men in lingerie. Victoria's
Like,
Secret
what
is
it
not
Oh
one of
my
them.
god.
Well,
That's
that
Okay.
one
would be a
brand.
Datum,
award.
I don't know if I
I
can
don't
be
know.
here, bro. I gotta leave.
Is just like the way you're raised. Like, it all has to do
Go ahead,
with
Kitty, go ahead,
how our
Kitty.
parents are raised us. Like, when I was growing
And
up,
Prime, turn
my
yourself up a bit.
mom didn't instill it in me to be a fucking electrician, pole man, and miner. My mom was just like, do you want to be a
Pole
nurse,
dancer.
a teacher, or like anything that she would have
pole
wanted
dancer.
to do, you know? Like, it just happens that they raised me, and my brain and view on life and perspective is kind of created through her lens.
I
At the
feel
end
like
of
I'm
the
having a
day-
stroke.
All right, Minnie, I get it, buddy. You can tell you what. Let's hear from CJ again, and then you can go, Minnie.
I mean, I still stand on everything that I said the first time. You guys didn't really like my take on it, but
Yeah, it's because women are better drivers than men.
Look,
That's
No,
why
they're not.
we didn't talk about
They're
it.
not.
this is for
No, they are,
Resivia.
like statistically.
This
No,
is-
All right, thanks,
they're
thanks,
skewed.
Yeah,
CJ.
statistically, you're an idiot.
No,
This is-
I'm
Go
not.
this is
ahead.
an
Go,
answer.
how about
This is
let's
actually
go
very
ahead, Minnie. Go
hard.
ahead,
This
Minnie.
is-
You've been muted for how long?
This is an answer for my good friend Resivia. Okay, if people are afraid of dead bodies, then that means both nurses and doctors is gonna go down, right? The number
Yeah,
of
they have been. As
yes,
a percentage of the
but-
population,
but-
we are having
let us-
shortage.
let-
You're right,
Rez,
but
Rez,
the percentage
Rez.
of women to men hasn't changed, right? That's not going to be affected by the fear of dead bodies. It's just going to be like massively taken down, right? There's going to be
No, I
less
mean
doctors overall and less nurses overall.
Okay,
That doesn't mean there's
so
going to be less
You're
male
missing
nurses
what
and
I'm
more.
saying.
Why
That's
are
what
we
you
The thing
said.
is,
about dead
those
bodies?
No, let
That's
me
what he
explain
was
this.
talking about.
The dead bodies that were coming from war, which were usually extremely physically fit men who were coming home and had to have people deal with them, right? So as the clientele and people got smaller, yeah, like it's you remove that. This is why women we need to make mech suits. Women and men, we all get mech suits. We can do everything. It's gonna be beautiful.
I would just
All right,
say this
Whoa,
too though about
Kirby,
nurses.
Sorry,
Whoa,
go
Kirby,
ahead.
go ahead, Whoa, Kirby, and then Vugar, and then Prime.
Did he
Alright,
answer
so
the
back to
point?
the part
What?
where you were saying, should it be
Bro,
50-50?
okay, why, okay.
I don't think that
Why
should
are
be the case. It
nurses
should ideally it should be based
mostly
on
female?
whoever is most
Because
fit to do
people
a
are
job,
afraid of dead
whatever
bodies.
You are personally
What?
best at. If you're going to fill a position,
Am I a
and be
retard?
excellent at it, that would be ideal. I also, in terms of gender, I also
That's
don't
his
agree
answer.
with that with race. Like,
There's more
you know,
women
like,
nurses
honestly,
because
I think
people
it
are
should be
afraid
the
of dead
person
bodies
who
now.
is
What?
best to do the job. But you know, that's not how it always works.
No, there's
unfortunately,
less
especially
Is
with
nurses
sometimes the
women.
best for the
overall
job more
because
often than
people
not a
are
man or a
afraid of
woman?
dead bodies. There's
Yeah, that
less
could be the case. But I
fucking
think,
doctors
you know,
overall
ideally, if
because
it could be
people
like
are
a blind
afraid
bag and you
of
just
dead
saw
bodies.
someone's personality,
In
that'd
fact,
be great. But that's not
I
how
would
it
even
works in the
say
corporate world.
men are less
I mean, at
afraid
the
of
end of
dead
the
All
day-
bodies
What?
than women.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Whoever's
Men are
talking, and then
usually the
Vugar, and then
ones who
Prime.
have the
At
jobs
the end
that
of the
see the
day,
dead bodies.
And then
women
me.
were always thought to need
So,
to reproduce, so
you
they
would
were always
see that
protected for that
percentage
reason.
increase,
And
'cause men are less
they
fearful
take
than
9
women.
months out of the year when they are pregnant.
I can't.
So who is the one
I don't
making
know.
the money? It's the man. So the man
This
is the
is-
one doing the labor-intensive
But they're not
jobs.
gonna let me say that. They're not gonna let
or
me say that. So.
continuing to work through the most uncomfortable of situations if he works in an outside field.
Bro, women just
So
love to
it's
speak.
just natural that over time men have
Oh my
been
god,
said
it's so
to
slow.
do labor-intensive jobs.
Vugar.
Well, I was gonna say the reason also why, like, you look at female-dominated fields, I guarantee you that if nurses made more than doctors, men would take that field over. If teachers made more than accountants,
Like, what the
men would
fuck?
take that field over. Men will follow where the money is, and they will probably take up more of those jobs than, like, I feel like if it doesn't matter what the job is in general, but
Yeah, that's why
pay
we
is
see
a
it.
huge.
That's why we
Well-
see a disparity in management versus workers, right? It's predominantly men managers and CEOs and CFOs and everything.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
And
Prime, go ahead.
miners and fucking
I mean, I'm not
Oilers.
be too binary in this. And do I sound better? Am I coming in louder for you?
Should be a little louder.
Yeah,
All
you're
right,
still a little
messed
quiet.
around
Yeah.
It must be on Discord. I don't know. But I'll work on that.
Residence
Anyway,
didn't make sense. I gave a good
think
answer to
that,
it.
we don't have to be too binary
but-
for this.
okay.
It doesn't have to be just one or the other. So
I'm not
in
gonna
certain
speak
fields,
because
there's
I want to
some
be able to
that
speak on the
have
next
a
questions.
Physical advantage, right? They have a physical advantage in the NFL, and it just kind of makes sense. That's a male-dominated field, right? But in other places,
About time somebody brought up Source.
But
Women's sports are boring as
but
shit.
certainly
Not
when
even
we're
women
talking
watch 'em.
about an engineer, yes, the female
They only
brain
watch
is more than
tennis
capable
and
of
beach
handling that.
volleyball.
We see that all the time. We see females rise and do and excel in that area. It's just that again, if you talk to women who go into STEM, they say that like it's a tough road. It's a tough road, and literally from when girls are young, right? They are less encouraged to do things like
Women
math,
are less
right?
obsessive, dude.
And men and if
Overall,
in mixed
like-
classes, boys end up taking the lead in a math class. But when you
Women are
separate
less
the genders,
obsessive,
like,
and it's a double-edged
just a
sword.
girl in
That's
class,
why men
you see
become like.
more
That's why
of
most
girls
stalkers are
participating
men.
in a
That's why
math
most
lesson. It
serial
starts,
killers are
when they're young.
men. That's why the upper echelon
Gorky,
of
you wanna
every
say something?
field is men.
Yeah, I was also
Men
I
get
forgot my point
obsessed
before
with
that
shit.
we also have to take
Women
into
usually
consideration
don't.
that maybe like not all
It's a
women
level
want to
of
go into
obsession that they don't usually
male-dominated field
achieve.
and vice versa. Like I was
Like,
going
men
to
will
go
drop
into school for
everything to do one
engineering,
thing.
but
Women
the
won't.
people you interact with,
They like to
I
play the
completely
field.
changed my major. Like that was not the kind of work life I wanted where, there's a lot of creepy people. There's a lot of people with no social skills, and you have to deal with a lot as a lady. Like I literally had someone following my car, stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that's all men, obviously.
Men are
but
way more
the-
obsessive, of course.
That's exactly
Men
what I
are
was
way
meant-
more
going
obsessive.
for.
That's why.
Exactly that.
That's why most stalkers are
No,
men.
that's
Most
actually a
serial
super valid
killers are
point.
men. The upper echelon of every field is men. They're way more obsessive.
Yeah, the Y chromosome wild them.
Yeah.
But
True.
so there's also that to take into account. Like, obviously I like doing coding, I like doing engineering, but when it comes down to it, a person's going to choose, they're either going to choose just going for the money and dealing with like the bad work-life balance, or doing something they actually enjoy, even if it's lesser pay. So that's something every person has to deal with when making these decisions about what industry and what you want to do with your career. Just because I didn't go into engineering doesn't mean like I'm an OnlyFans girl or I'm going to get married to some rich guy. It just means I'm going to pick a different industry that fits my needs better.
A perfect example of what I was saying. And this is better in terms of the sound? This is good?
Yeah, much better.
Thank you so much. Yeah, but that's exactly what I meant.
Right on. All right, we're gonna go down the line real quick. Final thoughts for the round.
Bro, it's a
Try and keep it
double-edged
about
sword.
30 seconds or less. Isha boy, fine. One last thing, and then you'll get another.
Okay,
Google
Rez,
fucking
Rez,
serial
you said
killers,
that
bro. There's like
it's starting
one
to like
woman.
level off.
One
It used to
woman.
be the disparity between men and women in
And
certain
to
jobs is starting
fucking
to lower. Is that what you said? No?
99%
You said the gap
men.
was closing. You didn't say that.
I was talking about cyborgs and mechanation.
No,
and the
it
fact-
was your first answer actually. In your first
Yeah,
answer, you
it's
said that.
cyborgs and mechanation. I was talking about dimorphic testosterone levels.
That was-
and how that was ultimately what I was saying is that some physicalities are different, and that is still a part of a lot of labor.
All right,
But as we mechanize-
Res.
Changed his
Come on,
answer.
buddy.
The guy changed his answer, but okay.
Yeah, I can
never
never
mind.
do that.
All right. Isha boy, why don't you go ahead and final thoughts? We'll just start with you then. Go ahead. 30 seconds or less. Let's hear it.
Final thoughts. Yes, there's a genetic predisposition for men to be better at some jobs, or all jobs, and women to be better at some jobs.
Okay. CJ, my man.
It's pretty
Go for it.
simple. Men are better at certain jobs. Women are better at certain jobs. There's no in between, and if there is, it's because there's transgenders and there's flipping sides. So that's the only.
All right. K City, 30 seconds or less.
Some
Go
people don't
ahead.
pick a side.
Final thoughts.
Some people, like Casey, they don't pick a side.
I don't even have anything else left to say on this topic. I just want to say the people who think they're making funny jokes and being funny content, you're not. You're actually.
Oh, you're the arbiter of funny. You're the arbiter of funny. I get it. Good.
All right. Kitty Correo, go ahead.
I just think it comes down to how we're preconditioned.
Oh, the
societal
arbiter of funny. The
pressures
woman has
of the day.
spoken.
Speaking from personal
The woman has
perspective,
spoken.
I would never want
Everybody
to do
shut
a
the fuck up.
labor-intensive
Listen to
job.
the woman.
I like to feel pretty and clean and take my showers and raise a family, whether a
And I
man's there or
don't.
not, and not be out on the field for morning to night and getting dirty and sweaty.
Malik.
So yes, I think certain genders excel better in certain industries, because women are better at some things, men are better at some things. I think women and men can do other things, but men are always going to be better at certain things and women are, just due to both biology, nature, and even like Kirby was saying, like women would be less likely to go into a field like engineering just because it's so male dominated, or even the army or shit like that. And same with a male going into nursing, they may be discouraged because it's a class full of women as well.
All right, MiniDonbeE.
Look,
the
people
happiest
are,
man alive.
Yes, people
Go
are
for
only
it.
talking about the bodies, okay? But testosterone also affects the mind. Ask GigaDatum if you don't believe me, all right? It makes people way more obsessive. It makes them way more aggressive, okay? It's a double-edged sword. Like I said, there's a reason why there's male serial killers. There's no really fucking female serial killers. Most stalkers are men. Most weirdos, most monsters are men, okay? And the upper echelons of most fields are also going to be men, because way more obsessive, way more aggressive, way more inclined to say, fuck everything else, I'm going this way.
All right, Prime, final thoughts.
Yeah, women can be assholes too.
Yeah, but a woman asshole won't kill you, bro.
They're called
Would you
bitches.
call
Okay,
it
they're called
would you
bitches.
use the
girlfriend
word
won't kill
bitch
you.
then, or would you just call her an asshole?
I will let you say the word, that word.
A crazy boyfriend will kill you, bro. I'm not saying asshole. There's a different level of asshole, bro. Asshole is
Female
a
brains
normal level.
work the same. They work good. Okay, they can handle it.
That's not.
It's true that female bodies maybe not quite as strong. Certain industries, it's gonna make it difficult for them.
Take some
But beyond
testosterone.
that,
He
yeah,
needs
if it's like
testosterone.
an
He doesn't
intellectual,
know.
it's the blue collar thing. They can manage. Sorry, white collar. Excuse me. Then they can manage.
It's not an intellectual thing. It's an obsession thing.
Rez.
The question is, do genders excel in particular industries?
You don't see women going to the woods and living alone. You see men do that.
People from going ahead and working in certain industries successfully, such as
AI
and other high-intensity physical labor jobs.
For example, the Unabomber.
Make robots.
He was living alone in the fucking woods like a fucking weirdo.
Industries probably open up, especially if they are not necessarily high.
Women don't do that shit. Yeah, they can be assholes, but they don't do that shit.
Factory jobs. I think everybody wants to, like, it would be cool with just building little toys and shit for like 6 hours a day.
All right.
It's a cool thing. Let's become robots.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it comes down to preference, obviously, income, salary potential. But as far as like should there be a 50-50 part, like absolutely not. Like you can't force people into certain industries or try and put, like you can't fit a square into a circle. It's just not it's not, there's no point in forcing. Like let the chips fall where they may, let people pursue the careers that they want, and let the best man or woman, I suppose, win. And if the numbers don't agree with how you feel, then that's not anyone else's problem but your own.
And last but not least, whoa, Kirby, go ahead. Final
the people
thoughts.
working on the power lines when there's a storm,
I don't think all fields should be 50-50. You can't
women.
force diversity, and I think
they
people
don't want to
should
die.
just go after what they like to do. Obviously, men are more inclined to do certain things. Women are more.
Men are
inclined
like,
to do certain
fuck it, I
things.
might
At the end
die,
of the
but
day,
I'll feed my family.
Just do what makes you happy. Do what you're good at. And, looking at some of the comments, people were just like slandering me, saying like, oh, I couldn't handle engineering or anything like that. I just didn't want to be miserable for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I'm a smart girl. Like I know what I was doing.
Doesn't that mean you can handle it though?
Don't read the comments, Kirby. Don't do it. Not worth it.
All right.
But it's okay.
Mentally you could. Mentally you could, but.
Yeah.
Where are the comments?
All right, that concludes the first round.
Yeah, but how does that not?
Round usually, guys, if you don't already know, the more
that
people,
means
the
you
more
couldn't
hectic,
handle
the more
it,
chaotic.
right?
For first round,
I left university too.
So thank you for staying on topic.
That means I couldn't handle it.
A little bit of respect. And Rez didn't eat up too much time on this round. So
I did quick little jobs. It was good.
I wouldn't call those quick.
Come
on, they were not that long.
Anyway, so
I don't know how you.
I'm sure she's a smart girl. Nobody says she's not a smart girl, but like I said, men are willing to go through that stress and willing to go through all that pain. Women are usually not.
On my screen right now, you will see.
That's not bad. That's probably a good thing.
Your streamer associated with a number.
You shouldn't be destroying
your whole life
for something.
GigaDatum to make your vote.
But
you get 3 votes. You are going to vote for who you want to.
And it's very rare to find a woman who's like, yeah, fuck it.
Keep not
Like, I'm
kick.
willing to not sleep. I'm willing to
put
wake
the timer
up. I'm
on
willing
for
to...
3 minutes.
It's very
'cause everybody
rare.
should be able to get to mine and cast a vote. Type the number associated with the streamer on my screen. Number 1 is Rez. Number 2, MiniDonbeE. Number 3, Prime.
2 motherfuckers.
Number
2.
4, Cassidy. Number 5, Kitty. Number 6 is Isha. Number 7 is Woe Kirby. Number 8, Vugar. Number 9, Malik_04. Number 10. Actually, well, hold on. We're gonna
Wait,
have to
who
stop
got
'cause we got
saved?
Kitty in
Yeah.
there we got Kitty in there twice.
No,
We
but
got Kitty in there twice. Hold on.
doesn't Dunkel save somebody?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah,
before?
and Dunkel
Dunkel's
is
the
going to
one.
save someone.
Yeah.
You're right.
Do I do
I
that
got ahead of
after the
myself,
voting?
guys. I got ahead of myself.
No,
you're
no,
gonna do
before,
that. We're
before.
gonna do this right now. So Dunkel actually, that was my bad. That was my bad. Got ahead of myself. Scuffed host.
It's
Get
okay. I
scuffed
got
host
you,
in the
buddy.
chat.
I got you, buddy. It's okay.
Thank you. And I'm gonna fix who the hell we're
Wait,
missing.
are we
yes.
voting also?
Not yet.
no,
not
so
yet.
no, you don't have
only
to go to-
Dunkel,
so-
and then your chat votes or chat votes.
Who am I miss? Oh, it's the frickin' CJ dude.
Yeah, I know. I get forgotten about easily.
That's okay. You know, it's life. All right, so Dunkel is our co-host. He is going to decide who did the best that round, and that person will be saved from chat vote. That person will be saved from chat vote. Dunkel, go ahead and speak up, my man. Who do
Dude,
you think did the best?
She
and
doesn't
who was
know
saved
what she
from
came
chat
in,
vote?
what she came into.
Truly, if I had to pick between like 2 or 3
He's
people
gonna
here,
choose
I
a
would say that the
woman.
top, like,
A
Prime
woman. It's
really lit it up.
Dunkel.
He actually had some good
Prime
points,
was
and
wrong
he, had-
on the-
he was very concise.
He-
Kirby, very, very good points, very,
okay.
very smart. And
What?
Ishasel went first,
She rambled.
and he got kind of
For 20
forgotten about. But
years.
I will say, although I don't
She
agree
rambled
with him,
for
and he's not
20
pandering to me.
years.
I don't think.
She
I think
rambled
that he
for
got his
20
points across
years,
very easily, quickly, and he didn't fucking
Kirby
overspeak like some
rambled for
people.
20 years.
But if
didn't
I had
say
to choose
anything.
one person, I am going to choose the intellect, the person that
MiniDonbeE.
is smarter than all 3, and that
MiniDonbeE.
is Kirby.
Thank you.
All
what?
right, Kirby wins the round. The first round. Congratulations, whoa, Kirby, you are
Dunkel
saved
voting
from
for a
the chat
woman.
vote.
What changed?
So, now.
Dunkel
Now
voting
we're
for a
actually
woman,
gonna vote. I'm
of
gonna go ahead and
course.
remove Woe Kirby
Oh
from
my god,
now.
bro. The intellect.
Now
Yeah,
it is
the
time.
intellect that
Go make your vote,
stopped being a
twitch.tv/GigaDatum,
fucking, oh my
number
god,
1, 2,
bro.
3,
The,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
intellect
9,
that quit a fucking
associated
intellectual
with it.
job.
Right, so number 1 is Rez, number 2
Because
is
too
me,
high
number 3
intellect.
Prime, number 4 Casey, number 5 Isha, number
Nice
6
intellect,
Vugar,
Dunkel.
number 7
Nice
Malik,
intellect,
number
Dunkel.
8 is Kitty, and number 9 is CJ.
Oh my
All you have to
god,
do is
bro.
put the number associated with the streamer of who you want
I
to
believe
keep
it's 2.
on the show.
I believe
not
it's 2, but
kick.
hold on.
Once
Let me
again,
see.
keep, not kick. You get 3 votes.
2.
So vote for your 3 individually.
Two,
who you
two,
want
two,
to see
two.
move on. Keep, not kick. Someone just literally asked me, too late to get on the show. We're at the end of the first round, an elimination type show. What do you think, dude?
I gotta say,
All
Dana
right.
White.
So wait, are we eliminating 2 people this round?
Yes, we eliminate 2 people.
What the fuck, bro? I'm the lowest
2
right now.
people. We're
2,
gonna
2,
be stuck
2,
with
2,
only
2,
8
2, 2.
after this round.
2, 2, 2.
people.
I'm actually the
Dude,
lowest.
After
What the fuck?
his judgment just now, Dana White
Rez
was
was
right.
so
Brandon
wrong.
Schaub is a fucking idiot. You're a clown, dude.
Hey. You said one sentence. She elaborated. She was way smarter. She had a lot better points. I'm sorry, dude.
Dude,
Maybe
she's
next
not.
time.
Just get in her DMs already, bro. Holy shit. It's taking
Dude,
me
if
too
I
long.
wanted to get in somebody's DMs, trust me, I would have picked Kitty.
Listen, this is not an e-dating show, okay? As much as
Oh, no,
Vugar
you
wi-
brought
as much as
Dunkel.
Everything is
Vugar
an
wishes
e-dating
it
show
was.
for Dunkel. Everything is an
It
e-dating
was
show for
Wishes it
Dunkel.
was, okay?
Yeah,
It
everywhere
was
I
It
am,
must
it's
have
an
been
e-dating.
Also,
push-ups.
good one, Dunkel.
Datum,
the
you gotta
push-ups.
bias judge.
I had a question. What?
Hey, that was
This is
elite level
good.
strength. That was
Kitty,
impressive.
what is the question, Kitty?
Oh, I was just saying he said that because I did those push-ups.
Dude,
Oh yeah, she busted out those push-ups. Not gonna lie.
no meme.
No, my
that's,
push-ups,
that
my
can
push-ups
work
flew your
out
push-ups out of the
And it's
water.
strong. So yeah,
That's-
definitely.
1000%. Mine are so much better.
dude,
No,
that's
not even
elite level strength.
Ooh.
I didn't even hear what she said.
Only men can do
Damn,
cock
it's just
ups.
so you came second in the answer, and you also came second to her push-ups, dude. You're just second today.
Yeah.
You
for
know what?
real.
It's fairly tight.
Well, all it takes is
tight
1
race
second
right
to
now,
realize
not
that.
gonna lie.
How
it
am
takes
I
1
the
second to realize
lowest,
that Kirby's
bro?
not you, so you can stop trying with the
Yo,
you're so smart.
what is going on?
Do you think that's
Damn.
why?
Why did you just?
You're just
It's
like
just
the
so-
creepy
Why
guys.
would've
chose
guys
you if I was trying to fuck.
Twitch.tv/GigaDatum.
You're just like the
1
creepy
minute
guys
left
in
to make your
engineering.
votes. 1 minute left to make your
Boys,
votes, guys.
holy
You have to put the
cringe
number
right
associated
now.
with the streamer on screen. Just type the single number on stream. You get 3 different votes, 3 different messages.
What in the actual fuck?
Go vote. Less than a minute left now.
So, do you have a poll going on? Is that how it works?
Yes, poll. All you have to do.
Bro,
once you see on my
I
stream,
don't know
/GigaDatum.
how
It's
Rezzy's
like, if you get
answer
3
was that
votes,
good, bro.
It's like you can't vote for the same person twice.
You can't vote for the same person. No.
Oh, that's sick. Awesome.
Oh,
Yes, you have to
okay.
vote for
I'll
3
actually
different
vote
people.
then.
You're gonna vote for yourself, dude? Come on.
Well, yeah, but I can vote for 3 people.
You
Obviously,
cannot
I'm gonna
vote.
do that.
You cannot vote 3 votes for 1 person.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But like, you get to choose more people. Like, that's way.
At Rez.
Yes, 3 people. 3 different people. I should have clarified that. I will do that in the future. Thank you. For that.
Yeah. I've always wondered with this shit because it's like then I can actually.
I also have a-
That's
I have
why I
also
use
a-
this. That's why I use this. I
also have a
yes,
question.
I boosted your mic, Dunkel, because people are saying you're quiet.
Yo, vote for
All right,
fucking.
can you actually-
listen?
Can you
Finish the
vote
poll now.
Vote
with
for
all your
Rez and
numbers in
vote
the
for me,
same
bro.
comment line, or does it have to be individual?
No, it's 3 separate messages from what I think. So
Okay.
All right, winner of the round is your boy somehow. Prime
Somehow.
was in the lead for a long time. Issue Boy comes out in the end. All right. So, bottom 2, or bottom 3, that means. Cassidy. Cassidy with
Yeah, Casey's in that,
3.3% of the vote.
Oh fuck. That's like 2 people.
Okay, that's great. And then we have Cassidy, and the next, or
That's
the
like 2
next
people, bro.
least amount of
I
votes
feel
is
bad.
Kitty, followed
No.
by
That's fucked.
Vugar. So it looks
Why
like the
3?
bottom 3 are going to be
Why
Kitty.
3? Why
Vugar,
3? Bro, he's trying to
and
get
Cassidy.
Vugar kicked.
Vugar's answers were fire.
Which is
you know
exactly
what?
why he's.
Wait,
Which
there's
is
a
exactly
bottom
why
three?
he's
So
staying.
Isha boy, you get to decide who
There's a bottom 3
stays and
now?
who leaves.
It's
Bro,
1 person
what?
out, right?
Casey,
One person out of the
Two.
bottom 3.
It was
one
always
person out of the
bottom 2.
3, you get to say of those 3, the other 2
Datum's trying to
are
say
eliminated.
these 2 girls.
Okay, Cassidy, pack it in. Good night.
Oh my god.
Moo.
Does that mean that you want me to stay? Because he asked you who you want to stay, and you just told me to pack
No,
it
he
in and
didn't.
have a good night.
Yeah, she did.
I did actually
You
ask who
did.
you want to
Oh.
stay.
Oh, who don't want to say? All right, spoiler: Vugar and the girl with the kitten ears.
No, you only get to say
You
You
only
only,
pick
you only get to
one.
pick one.
Oh my God! This is like this is the cherry on top. Vugar, you're staying. I love you.
Thanks, Isha.
Damn.
Oh my god. You guys are.
I said whatever. I don't care. Whatever.
Womp womp.
All right,
womp.
Cassidy. You know I love you, and honestly, like I wish you were staying, but go ahead and shut yourself out.
Bye, guys.
Damn.
Kitty,
Kitty,
nice
I
to
love
meet
you.
you. Nice to meet you.
All right, where
No,
is
Kitty,
Kitty? Can you go
first.
ahead and shout yourself out, Kitty? Kitty,
No,
shout
I'm
yourself
staying.
out.
Okay, bye.
Oh
Okay.
shit. Damn.
Twitch.tv/Kitty Carol.
Dunkel, that was for
Okay,
you. Let that be a message.
I messed
Vugar,
up.
saved by his boy Isha boy.
Didn't actually expect that, Isha. I'll be completely honest.
See,
All right. all
W
right.
Mans.
it
Saving,
also just proved that
saving
men are
the
bad.
saving the man. Yeah, saving the guy.
All-
Eliminating the women.
All
No,
men
first, I had to
podcast.
choose between 3 genders. I had to choose
That's
between
that's
non-binary,
okay. I
male,
mean-
and female, and I chose the men. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Casey, if you're watching. I did not mean that.
No, Kitty,
so,
right?
That's
Kitty
okay.
was,
That's okay.
Kitty was.
I
non-binary,
think
right?
Woe Kirby is the one to beat anyways, so I think she's definitely representing the females well. Let's go ahead and move on to our next question. Are you guys ready for the second
Bro,
round?
I can't believe Dunkel
All
gave
right,
her
so
the
let me
point,
just
bro.
get
She,
this timer set up.
everybody
So,
else was more
second question.
concerned.
Another hitting question, and then we'll get into something a little bit more fun after this in the third round. But for the second round, question
She went
is,
all over and got nowhere, bro. She explained her whole
we have
life,
breast cancer
and nobody
awareness month,
asked.
Black History
What the
Month,
fuck?
Pride Month, etc., etc. Should these holidays or awareness months always exist, or should they be a temporary reminder until their underlying message has been received? Once again, the question: we have
No.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Black History Month,
No.
Pride Month, etc. Should these holidays or awareness months always exist, or should they be a temporary reminder until their underlying message
No,
has
they're just a
been
money-making
received?
machine. They should actually
I believe the winner
teach.
was Ishaboy. So Ishaboy, go ahead and start us off, my friend.
So, how long do I have? I'm sorry.
I mean, as long as somebody interrupts.
I'm
you,
not
go
going to take
for
too
it.
long. I'm sorry. So, okay, so I'm gonna take those three into account. Obviously, there's a lot more different holidays that we can put into this, but I'm just gonna use those three as examples. One, Black History Month should stay 100%. This country was founded upon, was built by many black men and men. And there was a lot of great black women as well. So Black History Month, stick around. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I hope that breast cancer comes to an end, and hopefully we don't even need to have anything about it anymore. But if we're going by donations from the Dan Dangler, it's going to take a long time to actually get there and find a cure because she's scamming 50% of the donations. And Pride Month, I mean, I guess I'm fine with Pride Month. Listen, people are proud. People are proud. Just try not to just like expose your asshole to kids.
All right.
It's
You
just
know,
like-
a nice, short, concise answer from Ishaboy. Thank you. All right, who wants to go next? Go ahead,
I can
Prime.
go.
Go ahead, Prime.
Man,
Okay.
fuck.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I agree with Isha for the most part. Like, it depends on what the message is. I mean, it makes sense to me that like if we solve cancer, then we can retire Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I don't
Why
know, but
only
maybe we
breast
would have
cancer?
like a day remembering
Why
all the
only
people we
breast
lost,
cancer?
you know, before the cure came around. I mean,
So
that's
it gets like demoted from like month to week to day. Like it's just
yeah,
like
I mean, I think so. Look, we solved it. If it's one day, if cancer is like the common cold, then yes, we should probably like get rid of the month, right? But when it's talking about these like social issues, things like Black History Month or like Hispanic History Month is one of those. Those things are helpful because it gives us a moment in time to try to remember the people who who helped build this country. But then again, well, I think a better question is: are those months useful? Right? Rather, because I think everyone's going to agree on this.
you can
but are
elaborate
those
if you
months,
want on that.
Oh, okay. I'll very quickly. Then I'll say. Like Black History Month. How useful is it? I mean, do people who
DonbeE, put your
really
hand down.
get
I'm
the
going
message?
next.
All right, Prime, wrap it up.
I don't think they're all that useful.
Okay. all right.
DonbeE, I'm
Go.
going next. Put your hand down, buddy.
Look,
All right,
here's the thing.
CJ didn't say a lot last round, so
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna let
then.
him go next.
Yeah,
Women first.
you know,
Women first.
no, you're not going first, buddy. Mute
Women
up.
first. That's why I let you.
So I don't care if your hand was raised, buddy. Mute up. Anyways, so here's what's going on, right? So like holidays, or it's not even a holiday, but like Breast Cancer Month, I agree with Prime on this. You know, if it goes away and it becomes non-existent, then it doesn't deserve something like that. Remember the lives that were lost. My mom passed away from breast cancer, and I still agree with that. So, Black History Month, that needs to stay because that's remembering the history. You can't get rid of history. But Pride Month, I definitely think Pride Month should be gone. Just because like I don't think that they deserve a month. I don't think they deserve anything at all, matter of fact.
What do you mean anything at all?
You know,
Well, yeah,
I don't
what do
even
you
want him
mean?
to
What do
elaborate.
you mean anything
I
at
don't
all,
think.
dude?
I think he means he does.
Hold on.
No. Let's see what he means.
I'd rather not.
Let's not, Rezi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mini,
let's
I
not.
think
Let's
you
not
want to
take
go
it
next, I'll
far
let
too
you go.
far. I believe he meant he maybe even referring to something special.
Yeah, I'm good. So basically, anybody should
yeah.
be allowed to celebrate whatever holidays they want, and if somebody wants to celebrate something, they can fucking celebrate it so long as it don't hurt nobody else. What is Pride Month actually hurting, other than your fragile?
Look, here's the thing. I don't think we should have months for anything. Okay, I think it shouldn't.
We should have months for curly-haired losers.
No, hold on. I don't think it should be like Pride Month. I
Is
think
there a curly-haired loser month?
Hold on. I think gay people and lesbian people and bisexual and transgender and all of those are human beings, and I think they should be treated just as human beings. And I don't think we should otherize people by giving them months, okay, and then pretending to care for a month and then not giving a fuck. Because that's actually what's happening with all of these fucking corporations that have no soul. They pretend to care in the US and then they don't care in places where it actually matters. That's why I'm against those months. And about Black History Month, it shouldn't just be a fucking month. It should be American history, and a lot of like Black history is American history, and it should be taught all over the fucking year. That's what I believe. And about cancer and about breast cancer, it bothers me a hell of a lot that breast cancer is a money-making fucking scheme for corporations too, and people don't only die of breast cancer, they die of every other single fucking cancer. Okay, that's why it bothers me. That's why these bunts bother me. They just create money for fucking soulless corporations, and they utilize the emotions of people.
Nice.
Good take.
Whoa. Yeah. Nice take. Go ahead, Will Kirby.
I think having things like Black History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month is very useful for education, like kids who are in school. But
bro, teach the kids history with Black history. Come on, it's history.
It should just be American history.
Yes.
I think a lot of the American education system,
yes,
it is just so.
It shouldn't be like,
so
oh look,
honestly,
this 1 month is for them. Come on, man.
I learned in
We're all
school,
fucking humans.
Growing up.
We all live together.
Found out what really happened.
It otherizes
people. From, you know what I mean?
And it utilizes people just for fucking money.
When I, unfortunately, that's just how the American education system is. But
it's stupid.
I do agree with the breast cancer month thing. I think with a lot of, I can understand having awareness, you know what I mean? But do I think it needs its own month? No, especially when all these corporations are intentionally keeping Americans sick. Like, look at us. Look, Europe, Asia. Look at how they are. In terms of their health. They don't have these things.
Bro, if Dunkel doesn't give me the point, holy shit, I'm gonna smack him up.
Pride Month, I think Pride Month also should go with American history because, gay rights
should go with all
stuff
history.
like that. It's part of history. It's something that we should learn. It happened, you should learn it. So.
Well, do you guys think that maybe America? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Look at this, man. Look at this. I'm turning everybody into my point. Look at this.
If you
and Dunkel won't give me the
get
point.
Rid of Black History Month and make it American History Month, you're kind of just downplaying the atrocities that have been done to the Black community and kind of just saying, oh well, it's the whole country.
No. You teach it with history. You teach it with all history, right? You teach it all over the year because that's the truth. Right? It's not only it's not only this month is for them. No. They were in this country, right? It's a thing that happened all over history. It shouldn't just be 1 month.
All right, Vugar, go ahead and then.
Well, they made a lot of good points, obviously, on the corporatism of it all. But I also think there's only 12 months. So, like, I imagine if you keep everything that you keep inducting into another month, which I don't even know all of them anymore. But like, you're gonna run out of months, and you're gonna have infighting. People are gonna be like, oh, this is our month. Now this was supposed to be our month, type of things. So, like, once you double up on a month, it's gonna fuck everything up.
That's a funny
I think
answer.
at a certain point, you just gotta celebrate these things all the time. Like, why are you designating like 1 month to give a shit about somebody when you can give a shit about them all the time?
That's my answer. See, giving a shit all the time. That's my answer.
Gotcha. We can double up. Christmas is the locus of several holidays. Halloween, Easter, a lot of holidays mix up. You can just make 1 month, have multiple things, and people can just celebrate whatever holidays they fucking want. If it doesn't, and just don't.
You don't think that there's going to be anybody arguing over that?
All right.
No, nobody gives a shit.
Go ahead, Malik.
We do it already. That's the thing.
Yeah, we do it already.
Well, Kanye said Kwanzaa's fake.
It's Kanye, dude. He's not a fucking
I literally had.
Sorry, it's Malik's turn.
So I am not going to say that
I'm gonna take a
month
piss.
shouldn't
I'm
be
gonna take a piss.
dedicated to a specific thing. I think it should be an all-year thing. I think people can celebrate a month of whatever they want, but I think all three of those things, breast cancer, Black History Month, and Pride Month, that should be something that is consciously people are thinking about and actively trying to make better throughout the entire year. And I think the purpose of having a month for it, I'm not going to include Black history in this, but it's all a marketing scheme. Like when Pride Month comes around, you walk through the grocery store, every fucking cereal, every candy bar, it's all rainbow. Oh, Pride Skittles, we're going to make them gray so everyone buys Skittles, because it's just a marketing scheme. Like it should just be all year round. Like treat human beings like human beings, regardless if they're gay, Black, whatever. And the Black history 100% like is super important because of history, and whether it being a month or not, I'm not gonna say it shouldn't, I'm not gonna say it should. I think it's very important. Like I said, I think a month is not enough. Like I think it should be something that's always promoted throughout the year.
I think everybody's got a chance to talk, so you guys can like intercede now. Just try and keep it a little shorter, and your little snips a little short. Go ahead.
Look at that, bro. Turn them all into me.
So I was just gonna say that, like, to the other guy's point. I literally had just last night. We had a conversation with someone who was upset that Pride Month, which is apparently June, also is a Black Music Appreciation Month, and we had a whole fucking fight about this thing. So yeah, I heard people get butthurt about.
No, they
this.
do. They care. They care about this stuff because it's like I mean, I get why, but it's also sort of like arbitrary.
Hanukkah and Christmas happen in like some of the same
But those
days.
are like
You know
days.
what I mean?
I'm talking like
Yeah.
these are like designated.
I
I don't know.
Like, there's also like radicals that hate they hate October because Halloween isn't a day; it's a fucking month for most people.
Because it's a fucking celebration of death and passing.
Yeah, and people can celebrate that if they want to.
Yeah,
Take like Halloween for example. That shouldn't be something that people are thinking about all year.
I honestly shouldn't speak.
But when you
after
have
after my nuke drop, I shouldn't speak.
Like LGBTQIA plus people, but I think it's so like negative and counterproductive to do it for marketing, because every June, like, all I see is fucking ads to buy rainbow colored shit.
I saw more Pride merchandise in Walmart than I did for 4th of July.
Dude, exactly.
I just want to say
like,
one more.
Where's the history books that we're selling? Where's the like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the marketing kills what it should be about.
I think go ahead,
also,
Kirby. All right. And then Vugar and the Mini.
Okay, so but I do agree with the latter option you gave, that we should have these months and these weeks until it is not relevant to like promote that this is something we should bring awareness for, because it should be integrated into our education, our history books, the American education. Someone, because I have your chat open. Someone said we shouldn't be teaching like elementary schoolers this kind of stuff when I was talking about history before. I mean, like, yes, clearly I'm talking about like high school when you're able to talk about more serious history topics, like what is age appropriate. I just wanted to clarify that. But yeah, exactly. Like with Black History Month, like a lot of the stuff that is brought, like when you learn about like history during Black History Month, a lot of that isn't like just normally integrated into the history books that I read growing up, and I don't know how it is now because I'm 23. So yeah, I agree with the latter point or option that you gave.
Well, but they're trying to teach elementary school students critical race theory.
Isha wants to respond, and then if somebody wants to respond to something, you guys can just butt in.
I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that comparing like holidays, like Christmas and all these things, like there is no Christmas. That's not a person. That doesn't like. It's not so much there. Like October and Halloween, no one has like an identity which revolves around that. Like that's where the egos get into play.
Oh, some people do.
I actually do. Like it's like I
have you seen Rez's room?
Yeah, dude. Like I'm an occultist. I actually do. So
he's a witch.
Yeah, thanks for that. That's
my old girlfriend nearly broke up with me because I didn't give a shit about Halloween. And
dude,
that was a
fucking
problem.
religion. It's a fucking religion.
Like, I'm not even joking about that.
Dude, that's why I brought it up.
I want to say that I did appreciate what Minnie's point was before on these corporations. I think it was actually perfect. And like when again, I agree with Kirby. When I was growing up, like Black History, like was like a column, you know, was like different colored columns on the side of the page, right? And oh yeah, something happened here, but like back to regular history. And so I understand why like these months are put in place, right? I get it, right? It's because we just don't have it integrated. I mean, we are saying that it should be the case, and I agree, it absolutely should be the case. But like, it's like a patch, right? For like the best that we can do, like a temporary solution. But I think we need something better.
Is Pride Month going to be in history books?
Probably.
I mean, Pride History?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
why does Pride Month deserve to be in history books when the only people that actually listen, Rez, the only people that actually care about Pride Month are the people that are actually in the community.
First, Rez, and then you can respond.
Because they used to be
the only people that actually care about Pride Month are the people that are in the community. Other stuff like Black History Month, everyone appreciates that stuff because it actually has logical meaning.
The reason why
gay people are still people.
Wait, guys. This guy hardly fucking talks. All right, if he's gonna say something, all right, let him get 2 sentences out before you fucking just bend him over. Okay, so go for it.
So the reason why Pride Month is a thing is because they have been
they used to be fucking.
I can't think of the word now. I had it in my head. I'm fucking stupid.
The gay agenda?
Exactly. They've been oppressed for they've been oppressed for a long time. I mean, actually, previously it had been widely accepted, like in Greece, because I think that was like when homosexuality was existed. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rose.
Every year they're coming out with new things to add in the flux.
Has been observed in animals other than humans.
He's right. No, he is right.
Homosexuality has always existed.
Yeah.
So is
dolphins
cannibalism,
especially,
but which one's legal?
and frogs.
Go ahead, Isha boy.
Frogs.
Which
Don't
one
forget
hurts
the
another
frog.
person?
I
That's not a
get what
good
CJ's
answer.
saying. Like right now, it feels like gay people's rights aren't oppressed, but we do have to remember people who were beaten and killed because of their beliefs. I think that we do have a responsibility to remember them. I don't disagree. I'm sorry. I don't agree with how it's celebrated, but I also don't think that it's my place. I'm not setting the parameters for how to,
Back
celebrate
then,
a
though, they
holiday.
were just like it was like very straightforward. They were gay. Now there's like a whole bunch of like weird shit that they come up with. Like
I didn't understand why they just
pansexual and
laughed
shit
in
like
it.
that.
They
Like,
were
what
gay and they
is
were
that? They make
hunted down,
flags for it and everything.
shunned,
Like,
and their lives
Well,
ruined.
no,
Like,
There's
It's
it
like
people
wasn't just
who
they
will
were
go on the
gay.
subway and get
they added
attacked
a
just because they're gay or
Yeah, it's
transgender.
just.
There's still people who will get attacked for that. So I think it is very important that we acknowledge it. I just think it's really sad that we don't love people regardless of what they do and who they love and who they fuck, because that's none of your fucking business. It needs to, I don't know. I just think the approach is wrong, but I definitely think it is important to acknowledge and exist.
people just need to keep their sexuality to themselves.
Dude, but it's none of your business. Like, why do you care if
Yeah,
like
it's none of my business. It's none of
if
it's
someone
none of
wants
my
to
business to know
celebrate
theirs.
who
It's none
they
of their
are?
business to tell me. I don't really give a fuck.
I think CJ's point is, you're right. It is none of my business, so therefore he doesn't want to be subjected to it. If he walks into like a store and sees the merchandise, is that what you're trying to say, CJ?
The
Yeah, like I
merchandise,
don't.
exactly.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't want to basically, So
So
I think
it should
that's
just be
what
done in
the
the
point
shadows.
he's trying to make. Not necessarily in the shadows, but if you wanted to be ignorant or if you wanted to live a certain lifestyle, for example, if you're religious, perhaps maybe you wanted and you didn't agree with it. That way you weren't forced to almost acknowledge it. So maybe that's what CJ's trying to say.
And
If
like
you
you
walk
said
out
earlier,
with
Datum,
rainbows
the
and
march
shit all
is
over
shoved
your
down
shirt
your
and you
throat.
have flags and stuff all with you, yeah, obviously I'm gonna look at you like you're a fucking weirdo. But like if you're just like keeping it to yourself and you're just look like a normal person, but you're like gay on the inside, like just I'm
No,
not
you
gonna
got
say
a
anything
perm.
to you.
I think that
Do
perm's
you have
affecting
a
your brain.
problem with two men kissing on TV, like in the movies? Like, do you have a problem with two men kissing?
I think the
Call Me by Your Name is to be
I
done.
think
Gay,
the
That's what
perm
being
it's
is
gay is
affecting
being
his
gay. Like
brain.
you can't do anything about that. If you like men, you like men. But if there are two men kissing and they're all decked out in rainbow and got blue and purple hair and shit,
Why should
then
you
yeah, it's
care?
kind of like you're just
You
overdoing
just have
it.
a problem with their fashion.
You're overdoing
All
it.
right,
Like,
we're getting off topic here. All right, once again. So let's not get off topic. Let's not go down that road, okay? We try and stay away from like that.
CJ, you can't be looking like a
Wrong
twink and have
platform,
these
buddy.
takes, bro. I'm gonna be honest. With your chain and your little perm, buddy, you can't be looking like a twink and have that shit.
That's a cute
Come
necklace
on,
you're wearing,
man.
by the way, CJ. It's a cute necklace.
Brezzy really likes that.
okay, let me just say though. Let me just say. First off, I'm not gay, but you made a point. If I was gay, right? If I was gay, you just made an assumption. You just made an assumption about me by trying to say that I'm gay by the way that I look.
Yo,
So-
I'm sorry. Why are you forcing your sexuality on me, buddy? Why are you forcing your sexuality on me, buddy?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
All right. We're
Did I ask you if you were gay or anything? I don't give a fuck what you are.
No, we're not going. This isn't.
I get server fucking muted.
Yo. Maybe after I get that partner application, I can be a little bit more forward with some of these questions. But no, we're trying to stay away from that sort of stuff. All right, come on. Let's be honest. All right, final thoughts. We'll go ahead and end the round. CJ, final thoughts. Once again, you are on stream. All right, there is such a thing as TOS. Try not to be too brutal to how you present your
Final
opinions.
thoughts.
Go ahead, CJ. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Some things
destroyer.
need to stick around. Some things don't.
Final thoughts,
If
I am
certain
a
things get
fucking
resolved,
demon.
yes, you can limit the month into, let's just say, a day of celebration or something like that. But like I said, certain things just really don't need to be made out to what they are.
So you think in any regard, a month is a long time?
Yeah.
All right. Dunkle. Or sorry, not Dunkle. Sorry, it's your boy.
I'm up.
You're up. Final thoughts.
I think that we should quote a great movie. Actually, I was swayed, so I'm going to give this round to MiniDonbeE. And I think that we should create a new month. It's called This is from a movie too. American History X. And then you learn about the whole
right.
country.
Movies about?
Go ahead, Malik.
I think they all three should like always
Good on
exist,
Isha.
and not just those three, like other holidays and things that are important to people. I think it should always exist. I think the approach should be completely changed. It shouldn't be a month for corporations to profit and market. It should be where people can learn the history, learn why these people were oppressed in the past, why they're still being oppressed, so we can learn the problem, so we can stop it, and moving forward, make the world better, because there's way too much hate.
All right, Mini.
Listen, the truth is they give you a month so that you don't talk about it the rest of the year. That's what. That's the truth. That's the actual fucking truth. And also, they don't fight the war where it actually matters. Okay, all these fucking cringe corporations, these soulless corporations. Yeah, they'll have the rainbow flag. Yeah, they'll have the black square and everything. Oh, but where it actually fucking matters in other countries. Oh, that ain't me, bro. That ain't me. What's up, BMW? What's up with you not supporting gay people in the rest of the world? You only support them in America? Come on, man.
No, it's just Saudi Arabia.
It's like July 1st. July 1st, all that shit gets taken down. You don't see a single fucking rainbow. Maybe it's July 2nd or 3rd. You know, they sometimes delay it. And then they don't give a fuck anymore. Like, these companies don't give a fuck. I agree with
BMW is a German company.
All right. Prime.
You know,
yeah,
I'm sure
so I
you're
think
not
this
the
is
most accepting. Sorry.
So I don't think that these months accomplish a whole lot, but I think at least when it comes to these social issues, that is the best that
Issues
we
good, man.
have, unfortunately, to just like get awareness.
I still
about,
destroyed.
These
I convinced everybody.
But
turn them all into my
yeah,
opinion.
most of them just are like minor
I
things.
swear, if
Anyway.
Dunkel
There's
doesn't
nothing to
give
get
it
upset
to me,
about.
I swear
Like,
to
there's
God.
there's nothing to get upset about, like Breast Cancer Month. We just
I
want to
swear
hope
to
that we
God.
come to a day that's not.
He's gonna be like, oh, okay, Malik.
All right. And
Actually, no, he's not gonna give it to
my
Malik. He's gonna give it to Kirby again.
Labor Day is an example of this. Has been captured by the corporate elite.
Exactly, Ashi. They give you a month so you don't talk about it the
Which
rest of
goes
the
ahead and
year,
puts us
buddy.
in
That's why.
functional, positions against each other.
That's the
when we
truth.
Forget our shared common course and our shared common.
Because it's not just Black
This is
history,
why
man.
you
It's
get
fucking
frustrated
history.
about other holidays is because we
Things
don't
that
have
happened in the
anything to truly
country.
connect on like a more baser level as a full conglomerate of the proletariat.
But they won't
Well,
teach
Meta's
you it,
coming out.
right? They only teach you it during a
That's actually
certain
good.
period so that you forget.
Vugar, go for it.
So you don't
Yeah,
talk
obviously
about it.
the money grabs of it all, like the egos that clash with all the
Fucking
different
weird.
days
And it
coinciding or
otherizes
months
people.
coinciding, all that stuff. And I also do think that like the goal should be to have these things slowly erode in terms of everybody like obviously
keeps
like
people
resolving the
different.
issues and
It's like,
coming
oh, this
together
is
and not
history
seeing
and
each
this
other
is white
from like
history.
these
These
sort
are
of
and
like
these
we're too
this is history and
individualistic
this is black
in the
history.
sense
These
that like
are
all we
like
care
white
about is
people and
like
these are
our
black
own
people. Bro,
these
fuck
own
off.
internal things that make
The fuck
like
is that?
ourselves instead of thinking about the whole and
You know
having
what I mean?
the kumbaya sort of things like and essentially like if the goal is world peace and the goal is peace in general, then these things shouldn't have to exist at a certain point.
Whoa, Kirby.
You guys were all really well spoken. I feel like a lot of us agree that this should be something
There's no way
that
Donkey
isn't
doesn't give it to
taken
me, bro.
advantage of by corporations.
I will.
Like,
I swear to God,
in
bro. There's no way he
general,
doesn't give
like
it to me.
it's sad seeing corporations post about like Black History Month that like as a grab to earn money, or like Pride Month. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Hopefully, in an ideal
breast cancer,
world,
too.
these would be kind
They
of like
steal all the money.
stepping stones to integrate this into our
steal all the
American
money.
history. But I think it's also important right now. I wish it had more of an international lens, I guess, when we're learning about Black History and Pride Month, because there's people that literally
But it's the
get
U.S.
killed. I don't know if I could say that on Twitch. Like in other countries, like they're fighting for their rights still, but we're focused very much on this
that's what I said, right?
American mindset, American lens, where we think it's not an issue anymore. But that's just my opinion. Hopefully,
What happens when you take the month away?
Sorry,
People will get mad. People
No,
will
no,
get
no,
mad,
that's
but
great,
you gotta tell them,
honestly,
hey, look,
and,
we're putting this in the
hold on a
history
sec, just
books.
fixing this chat.
We're not
So-
taking this away because we are removing
Honestly,
it.
that was like really good discussion, and
We are
it's
giving
one
it
of
to
those
you the
rounds where,
whole
like, I
year
actually
because
feel
this
a
would
little
actually
hopeful for
happen.
the future, because honestly, like the way you guys
And
were
it's
just
the right
rational
thing
and
to
logical
do.
and
It's
approached
history.
the answers to the question was
And
quite
here's the
inspiring, to be
history.
honest.
Everything we were teaching you in Black
Practically every
History,
single
we
one of you.
teach it
So
during
I do not
history.
envy you. You have to
for the
choose
whole year.
a winner for this round. Who you
But
thought
obviously
did the
people will
best,
be
and
like,
that
"Ah, what the
person
fuck?"
will be saved from chat vote. Who is it going
There's
to be?
no
my
way
man?
he doesn't choose me.
So I'm gonna do the three thing again. Top three. I'm gonna tell why. So Mini started the conversation for the most important topic,
Okay,
and I think that he had the strongest view. And stood by it and did it with a little tenacity. I think Malik brought up a new topic with the businesses that was very, very
said the
good.
same
The only thing
thing
I
for the
didn't like is that
businesses.
she sat on the fence a little bit and didn't take a stance on which side, like if we should or shouldn't have the months. But she did have a good take along what we should do with it. And then Kirby had a really good take on how we can fix these things. So I do think it easily goes to Mini though. Mini had like literally so much tenacity when he was talking, and everybody in this panel pretty much said, I agree with Mini. So it's Mini.
All right. MiniDonbeE wins the round. Congratulations, Mini. And that means the rest of you guys are going to chat votes.
Fight my peasants!
All right, chat vote is twitch.tv/GigaDatum to make
it's the right thing, but it doesn't get done. Yeah, I know.
You go to twitch.tv/GigaDatum, you will vote.
I know. Because they want to keep people separate. They want to otherize.
At a time.
That's what they want to do.
You want to keep on the show, not kick.
They don't want people strung together. They want them weak
on the timer. If you're you get 3 votes. You have to make 3 separate votes. You cannot vote for the same person 3 times.
They can be, but they never are.
Top 3 for who you want to keep on the show, not kick. Once again, a simple single number for every single vote.
Like I said, dude, they give you a month so you don't talk about it the rest of the year.
Number 2 is Prime.
That's the truth.
Number 3 is your boy. Number 4,
every
Bulldog.
fucking corporation
Number
changes
5,
their
Malik.
fucking Twitter
Number 6,
picture.
CJ.
And the month ends, they take it off.
7,
now they don't talk about
Kirby.
it. It's like it's completely forgotten. A year later, it comes back.
Right.
Completely
honestly,
forgotten.
I actually really enjoyed listening to you guys that round. Like that was
what
really
the
nice.
fuck?
Hell yeah. We didn't have any Zoomer takes. Just kidding. It was all Zoomer takes. Okay? We're not all stupid. We're not all stupid, Datum.
Hey,
Yeah, it's really weird to like watch that because like I remember in high school when my one friend, her brother got his jaw broken for coming out. So like the world is like way fucking different now, dude. Like I'm like it's something I'm starting to realize, and I'm terrified of it.
I was actually talking on my stream like the other day, like growing up, like my experience in high school. Like I know it's such a cliche thing to like say or even try and explain, but like like race. There was no like nobody saw color. Like there was just not a discussion. It was never a fucking thing. And nowadays it's like everywhere. Like these topics that we discuss currently, especially even on this debate, half these things like weren't even on anybody's mind when I was in high school, right?
Was that
or
back
even
in the
college.
60s?
Back in the 60s, my man. You wish you're gonna look this good.
It's in the Second World War.
Are you sure?
They had
that
the Second World
these
War.
things? You think that these things weren't really topics, or that like people in your social circles weren't really aware of them? Like I mean, you in high school.
Because I went. So I live in Southern California, Orange County. It's probably one of the most diverse parts of the entire country. Now, granted, like it's middle class, upper middle class, but there are some. The slums of the area. Like I grew up in Long Beach. I don't know if you've ever been to, parts of Long Beach, but it's pretty ghetto. All right. So, and no, like I would drive into these, like I actually had friends that I would drive that lived there, and I would drive to these communities, and, so I was well acquainted with a variety of different groups. And now granted, some people obviously like struggled maybe financially differently, but like the topic of like racism or being treated differently.
No, he's saying that they could
once
be
again,
used to educate people.
Today. Like it was just not
really.
Nobody ever talked about
they
it.
Used
and
to
yes,
sell
like
things.
being someone who, was part nerd, part jock, like I was able and to be associated with many different groups.
That's what they do.
And like I said, man, it is possible that it went on without my knowledge, but no, like honestly, none of my friends, none of the people that I knew ever had or ever discussed any of these
there was like I think it was like a senator or something. But like
we're gonna add one more. We're gonna add one more minute just because I was giving that up. Twitch.tv/GigaDatum to make your vote, guys. 1 more minute left. Twitch.tv/GigaDatum. Vote for your top 3 number associated on the screen.
Vote for whoever you like, guys.
He was like a Republican, like
vote for whoever you like.
And he's like an old guy, right? Like literally grew up during Jim Crow. And he said, like, when I was a kid, none of the black people in my neighborhood ever talked about Jim Crow. Like they never talked about like the oppression. So why was it a big deal afterwards? I don't get it. It might just be that within your social circles, people were talking about like all these issues, but like maybe just not to you, maybe it wasn't that big of a deal that you even.
It is possible, yes, but it's
also
something that
I can even go.
It's something that these groups and people that are currently in high school and college talk about constantly.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's all everybody talks about now.
At the
for
very
sure.
least, that is what's different. is the amount of people that talk about it.
I thought you just do dating
Like
shows
not
with
only that,
straight
like while I
people.
was in high school, like that's when like gay marriage was like officially like legalized in the U.S.
Yeah,
That's
was
fucking
one of the first
crazy.
things I voted
It
on.
hasn't even been
California.
10 years. It's been like what, 7 years? Like that's it.
All
like,
right.
Won't be
that's fucking wild.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
All right. So, winner, Isha Boy with 37 votes, 7.8%. Congratulations, Isha Boy. Your
Isha was funny.
frozen?
Isha was funny.
Is it frozen for
Is he
everyone
trolling?
else?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen.
All right, it's not just me. All right, cool. Isha Boy wins the round. You won last time, didn't you?
Yeah, Kirby goes.
He did. All right, so that means second place is Whoa Kirby.
Hold
Whoa
on.
Kirby will be deciding.
Yeah, I win. I'm the best. I restart.
Whoa Kirby will be deciding who gets to stay out of the bottom three and who will be going home. Bottom three.
True.
It's actually really close.
Guys.
So we have
you should have voted.
the least amount of votes goes to Vugar with 24. Second to last is Rez with 25.
Keep Rezi in. He's got
And
good
then
fucking.
Prime with 27.
Oh, bro.
Oh.
Interesting.
bro.
I felt like you guys all gave pretty good points. So I'm
Come on,
saving
dude.
one person? Or
You get to save one person out of the bottom three. The bottom three, once again, are
bro.
Vugar, Rez,
Rezi and Prime were really good.
Okay,
and then
this topic.
CJ
I
got
don't
one
think
extra
Vug
vote for
was,
28. So
too
like I
good.
said, it's really close for everybody.
okay, so I choose between them,
I
and
don't-
then I guess after that, one of them goes home. It's divided.
You get to say, who do you want to
two.
keep
Yeah,
out of
two
the
people go,
bottom
yeah.
three? Two people are going home.
Dude.
Oh gosh,
So
I'm
you have to
sweating.
decide who you get out of the
I
bottom
think it's
three.
between
who
Prime
you want to keep
and
on the
Rezi
show,
that
between
stay.
Vugar, Prime.
If she picks Vuga, bro,
Or,
she likes Vuga.
who was it?
You
Rez.
should slide into
Rez.
the DMs.
Oh gosh.
Come
So what my
on.
chat says. Give me 10 seconds to make a decision.
Come
10
on,
seconds.
dude.
Oh,
10
geez.
seconds.
10 seconds. Guys, help me out.
Don't be biased.
You guys are all very well spoken.
Don't be biased.
This was a very tough round because everybody did
Yeah,
such a good
yeah,
job.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know how CJ
I will,
somehow
I will.
came from like last place to all of a sudden, was able to skirt by. But hey, you know what?
Everybody
ask
is telling me,
questions.
I'm reading your chat, Datum. I'm reading mine. It's overwhelming. Keep Prime. That's what I'm.
Keep
BLM, let's get it. I was just gonna say that we were
Prime.
talking about Black History Month, so we had to do it.
Okay, all right.
Rez,
Prime,
I just
Prime.
wanted to say you
all
were
right.
very well spoken. Like I was
Oh, I
very
know.
impressed with the way you
Rezi.
presented
Yeah,
yourself.
it's good, dude. I know. We're
And
fine.
Vugar,
Rez is the
you're still my
defending
friend.
champion.
Love
Yeah.
Rez, the defending
Yeah.
champion. Unfortunately, going home this round.
Yeah.
Want to shout yourself out, my man? But honestly,
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
always a
I'm good.
pleasure. Always a pleasure having you
know.
on the show, bro. You know I love you.
I'm okay with like having conversations about stuff. Like it's fine. We're good.
We're gonna be doing
These
some
are
like
bad
one-on-one type
rounds
stuff.
for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I literally had to defend like Halloween and Samhain and stuff like that. That was really fucking cool, right? It's really cool to like have it just not be recognized because it shouldn't be. And like honestly, it's kind of dog shit. But I'm out. Twitch.tv/Rezmir.
Love you, Rezi.
I'll see you guys another time. Yeah.
Bye,
Have
Rez.
a good day,
Thank
bro.
you as
Rez.
always. Honestly, he's a good, very intellectual guy.
Yeah,
That means we're also saying goodbye to Vugar, my man. Thanks for coming on the show. I think it was your first time on the debate. You did pretty well.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, I like jabbing about it. It's fun.
Hell yeah.
Booze.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of opportunities to like give takes like that because I generally just reserve them.
Just
on
say it. You
E-dates and
generally
things
don't
like
need
that.
dates. Yeah, just say it.
Well, yeah. So the last
We
thing I'm gonna
all-
do
we
is
all know.
I'm not gonna
That's not a
spark that
secret.
flame. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for having me on. It was great. I made sure I came here so I could get on, and yeah. My Twitch is at Vugar, VOOGAR. So, thanks guys. Had a lot of fun.
It's
Oh,
good
if you're
to
leaving
see
the
you.
circus, I'll see you
Great
in
stream, bro.
circus. I'll get there in a minute. We're gonna finish destroying
I
this
didn't even
shit.
get to say
We
bottom
become
Vugar.
the
What the
champion, then we
fuck?
become a champion there.
Damn.
And whose fault is that, CJ? Who's
No,
fault
but
is
I
that?
didn't. I got server muted by you. It's your fault, technically.
Oh, okay. All right, Prime stays. Let's go ahead and get back to the next question. We're gonna do something a little bit more lighthearted now. So, this round, I believe this is the third round, so this is a 20-minute question. This one should be interesting. If it dies down, I'll present something else, but something a little bit different. All right, round 3. Question is, What is one conspiracy hill you are willing to die on? What is one conspiracy hill you are willing to die on? Starting the timer now. Go ahead, and anybody is welcome to start. I believe Ishaboy won the round. You're welcome to start if you want. Otherwise, you can go to someone else.
I just want to make sure my shit's all set up so you can go to someone else first.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Mini, then.
I think I kind of want a certain laboratory thing, okay? I don't know if we can talk about it.
You can talk about it because it's not even controversial anymore. It's a valid thing. It's a valid theory.
There were too many coinkydinks, okay? Let's be honest.
That's not TOS. You can discuss it. Go ahead.
It's the most infectious disease we've ever seen. Okay, by fucking far. Then 2, it comes out of a place that has a laboratory that is researching these certain these certain things, okay? And then the Chinese government was like, hey, you guys are not coming in, you guys are not investigating for a while, all right? Yeah. I'm willing to die on that one, all right? I studied chemistry. I've got a lot of friends in those fields, and they're all like, huh.
Datum, do I just have to name one? I would die on so many fucking conspiracies.
Let's start with one. How about that?
Okay,
let's start with one.
Okay, well,
and Minnie, go back to what Minnie's saying. You know, the theory about COVID coming from the Wuhan lab, right? That is a valid theory. It has not been proven, just like anything else has not been proven. So you don't have to worry about breaking TOS because it is a valid theory. Yeah. So it is something you can discuss.
I don't even know how, dude, this isn't even a conspiracy. It's just a fact. Epstein didn't kill himself.
Oh.
Okay. All right. You want to elaborate a little bit more?
No, I don't need to.
I do. He is a police officer, as a cellmate, a huge guy.
2 autopsies.
And then he's hanged. Okay, bro. Oh, and the cameras, all of a sudden they die. The cameras don't work. All of a sudden. Oh, my bad. It's a glitch. It's a glitch.
Not to mention the medical examiner that said it looked more like strangulation.
Oh shit.
But he was wrong, bro. That's why you need a second.
All right.
Easy. I'm a mute.
All right, let's go to CJ.
I'll take it.
Beautiful Mullet.
Beautiful. All right, Ishboy, go ahead. Ishboy.
I'm
CJ,
talking
were you
about
ready?
all the conspiracies,
Go ahead,
bro.
CJ. Go
All
ahead.
the conspiracies.
I don't believe that the moon landing was real. I think it was faked and staged in a studio. Buzz Aldrin and them, they get confronted all the time, and they get very offensive whenever you bring it up. I don't know why they can't just be confident in their work. Another thing is if you look at certain images off of the mask of the actual helmet, you can see reflections of what looks like a studio light. And some of the rocks, if you zoom in on some images, you can actually see writing on them. So I do believe that it was staged and that it was just to beat China. Well, beat China.
Oh, and no, it's to beat Russia.
You mean the Russians?
Russia, whatever one it was.
Magically,
all right. What'd you say, Minnie? Go ahead.
Magically, all the technology was lost for 50 years. Even though everything's improved, we can't go there. Interesting.
We can. It's just not worth it now. But my favorite theory is that Helen Keller is actually just a dolt and just a moron, and that she was actually completely controlled by her handler, Anne Sullivan. So everything that she was touching things, and people could somehow transcribe what she was saying. She was doing speeches where she was tapping whatever, and the lady was able to completely translate exactly what she was saying in a 5-second time frame. It's just not physically possible. After Anne Sullivan died, all these books that Helen Keller was writing just mysteriously stopped being published. So the biggest crime in American history is to actually believe that a woman had a brain enough to speak, not being able to see, not being able to hear. And no one's really been able to do it since. Can anyone show me any documentation of anyone who's done that since? No, you can't. Look it up.
Interesting.
Yeah, because how do you learn?
I've never heard that one before, actually.
I actually have never heard that.
Yeah, because how do you learn, right? You can't hear, you can't see, you can't... How do you learn?
Oh, well, touch. But anyway, I was gonna say that I'm gonna keep it old school.
But that's
and that
bro. No. But how do you know it's an apple?
More about aliens with British UFOs than they are telling us.
How does somebody tell you that's an apple?
There's an article I'm looking at.
You
here
just created
saying,
your own language.
Former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist, and Trump knows about it. This is back when he was president.
Wait, where is he from?
Is Israel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mossad.
Are you reading an article?
It's your boy. I know where you're going with that. You need to be careful, buddy.
This is from NBC News. But yeah, like this is the space chief, and he said that that Trump had evidence of this, and just hadn't revealed it. So I think it's possible that the U.S. government, if they did know something, would they actually tell us? Would we trust them?
Yes, Tyler. Yes, just like yesterday we were Quantum Monster.
And if people do know, it's only a very few miles, or else we would have found out already.
Okay, fair enough. That one. I mean, that one's like. I think you're. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't believe, or if you believe, like, out of all the planets and solar systems and everything in the galaxies, like, come on.
Oh, you
don't believe
in
something else is out there?
Yeah.
You are.
All right.
Are you a globe?
Malik, you want to say something?
No. I was just. I was agreeing with you, Datum, about the.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The aliens.
Is he a globe tot?
We
see Datum's a globe tot.
I have a lot. I have a lot that we cannot talk about on Twitch. So I was just kind of thinking, what is something somewhat more palatable, I guess? And this still isn't.
You think you're like your top one would break TOS?
I desperately want to know what it is.
Yes.
You got to DM me that.
Can you hint at it?
She's baiting.
No, oh God.
Go ahead.
Are there two numbers involved? Is it a date?
Is it involving the Jews? I don't know.
Is it a date?
No.
Lavloon, bro, she's not Lavloon.
I only have, I don't want to say I only have this opinion because of where I live. If anybody knows what state I'm from,
thank you, buddy.
Where it's near.
Yo, it's good to see you in other shows, buddy.
But I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to say that Princess Diana was
good to see you diversifying.
Did not pass away because of the paparazzi chasing her. I think there was
Diana
more behind the scenes, and
assassination attempt?
I don't want to. I don't know how much more I could get into it.
So if you phrase it in the form of a question, like, is it possible this could have happened? I don't believe that could ever break TOS. So rather than stating as a fact, if you say, is it possible that, for example, the Jews run the world? You know? I was waiting for Ish's reaction. He did not disappoint.
Lavloon does not run the world. Like, I disagree.
You know, obviously the answer to that question would be no, right? But that is how you could bring something up.
Okay. I would say, is it possible that Princess Diana, as opposed to being chased by the paparazzi into a car crash, that perhaps some members of the British government had planned to get her out of the picture because she was loved by the people and she knew a lot. So
can we refute these takes?
Yeah, of course.
We argue these takes and defend them. Okay, so what happened was she was actually blowing a billionaire in her car, and she was so good at giving head that he swerved out of control.
Princess Diana like that. I'm not cool with that. We love Princess Diana here.
Well, she became the princess. She became a nice girl. She gave good head.
Is it possible? Is it possible that Biggie Smalls and Tupac are still alive? I mean, people are asking questions.
And Michael Jackson.
I think there's a lot of people who have died. You know.
Yeah.
No, Elvis died taking a shit.
Yeah, he definitely did.
There's a certain man who's still alive in Argentina right now.
The Earth
he's
is
like
also
120.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how old would he be?
Yeah, like 100.
I don't know now.
Right?
No, he's still alive. He took the super
He's still alive.
He's Emperor Palpatine.
Earth is flat also.
Oh God.
Don't get Malik started.
All right. We got a little bit more time on there. Let me see if I have another fun question as a backup. All right, tell you what. You can choose one thing to be free for everyone in life. What would it be?
Condoms.
Food.
Tampons.
Oh, sorry.
Contraceptives need to be free. All right. Especially
No.
because of like
No, they
abortion
don't.
being gone
I
now,
guess
you know, you
since
kind
this
of
is
have
a
to
joint
like.
Anything in the
then-
world, and you're gonna say fucking tampons, Malik? Like, come on. Anything in the
Dude.
world.
Dude,
You're
it
gonna say
Well, women
was,
are
fucking
it was
selfish.
tampons.
satire, bro.
Women
It
are
was
selfish.
satire.
I do
Go
kind of
ahead,
agree with her
Prime.
on that
Go
though.
ahead, Prime.
with
You said
tampons.
food. You
I
said
said,
food.
and by that I mean pussy. I mean,
Okay, all right.
Pussy is
like,
free unless you're
fuck?
fucking whores.
I'm
I'm
just
just
Prime,
saying.
Prime
no,
needs
I'm
the
just-
blocks,
in here who
apparently.
would say cock.
I'm saying that there are a lot of guys out there who don't have access, right? That access was restricted. So we had free access to pussy. I'm saying, change the world.
No.
They're
I-
humans.
Right,
One thing-
okay,
the
okay.
one thing in the
I
world-
actually want to say I think genuinely, baby formula should be free.
Yeah, it comes out of your
Okay,
tit.
all
Yeah, it comes out.
I
Yeah, it comes
see.
out of your tits. It is free.
No. Some women have issues, and that's a literal
Every-
baby.
they-
It shouldn't be a privilege to be able to
Yeah,
buy
don't
baby
drink
formula
when
to take care of a
when you're
baby.
breastfeeding.
Women,
No one's gonna abuse that shit. No one's gonna put in their fucking coffee as creamer. Like it's
Women-
only gonna be used for infants.
women always had
sometimes-
issues. Women always had issues. The thing is now people get super frustrated and they don't want to keep trying. But in the past, women always had issues.
Let me ask you a
and
question.
then they
all right?
actually could
go back to the
give-
food question. If Prime, let me give you a hypothetical, okay?
Sure.
You could cure world hunger, but you eat okay. You can never eat well. Would you do it?
You mean for everyone? Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody would eat okay, but you would
yeah.
never be able to eat well.
That's a
Personally,
worthy
would you do it?
sacrifice, and people literally starving to death. It's an ugly, ugly death when
Yeah.
that happens. So absolutely, yeah. If we could all just only eat okay, I'd definitely make that sacrifice.
Hell yeah,
Tatum,
let's all
I
eat
want-
organs.
Go ahead, Minnie. Go
I
ahead.
haven't spoken on what I want to be free. I want people to be truly themselves. I want that to be truly free. Because I find a lot of people, I see a lot of people that are slaves to a system and they are not truly free.
You mean a world on Twitch where we didn't have to censor our words?
No, I mean a world where you can actually be yourself and you don't have to hide who you are. Or you don't have to be a slave to a
I
certain
disagree.
system.
There's some people that are better off hiding who the fuck they are.
No,
you know?
we need to know who they are. We need to know who they are so we can avoid them. We need to know who they are so we can avoid them. That's why I want them to be
Who
truly
didn't
free.
answer the free question? Who didn't answer the free question? Well, Kirby, what would you make if you could choose anything in the world to be free for everyone?
Free humans. Free humans, bro.
Gosh. Personally, ATM.
Free humanity.
That's ridiculous.
Honestly.
But for
Free
everybody,
fucking humanity.
in the scenario that it's like high quality,
A lot of
not
fucking
waiting in
slaves,
lines
man.
all the time,
Different
healthcare, but nothing's free. There's always, it's always at the cost of someone else's labor or burden. You know what I mean? There's nothing free at the end of the day.
This is
If
exactly
you
my
get free
point.
healthcare, you're gonna have to, wait in long lines, having to deal with low quality service, But
Yeah, the question
that's
is, what are you
ideal
willing to
world.
live with? Right?
This is exactly my
All right.
point. You say that pussy is free, right? But like, you got to take people on dates, right? You got to bring flowers. You got to do a whole
You gotta
lot
be
of stuff.
likable. You gotta be
Pussy ain't free,
likable.
man. Pussy has never been free. I'm just saying.
You gotta be a Twitch partner.
You got to be a Twitch partner.
I still think contraceptives should be free, especially with monkeypox right now and how monkeypox is spread through gay sex. Having free,
Oh my god, bro.
having free contraceptives literally eliminates that
CJ,
whole
I don't know why
possibility
you
of
want
another
free
pandemic.
condoms where you don't even bang. You go on all these e-dates and you don't bang. So
Dude, if
I don't know why
condoms
you
were
want
free,
them to be free.
if
You
condoms
wouldn't
were
use
free,
them
you could
anyways,
do
bro.
10 in a night.
If,
And that's
if
like
condoms were free, a lot of issues would go
Bro,
away.
are condoms not free? Can you not just go down to like Planned Parenthood and like
Yeah,
they
you
hand
can.
out like free
Yes, you
condoms?
can.
But I'm talking about everywhere. They don't give away magnums. And I need magnums. I have a big ass dong.
my
Oh
God.
god. All right.
Are you worried about getting monkeypox?
All right.
Yeah, he's
Not
worried
if I wear
to
condoms.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go
but
ahead,
you
Mr.
said it
Boy.
spread through
did you
gay
say what was
sex.
free yet?
Why are you
Did you say what was
worried?
free yet? If you could choose anything in
No,
the
I
world, it'd be
didn't.
free.
I did not. Before I even get into that, we were talking about ending world hunger. I saw an advertisement on TV that said that like donate 10 cents and feed a child in Africa.
Oh, that's.
Like, do they eat
that's lame.
dimes?
Good
And
one.
also, I was gonna, if I was gonna
Good
choose one
one.
thing to be, thank you, it was a good one. Thank you. And if I had to choose one thing to be free, it already exists.
Bro, I
and it's
like
called
Isha. I like Isha.
the Catholic Church, and I think that everybody should go and find religion and find God.
Bruh.
Amen.
Yikes.
Okay, so
I like Isha, dude.
where were we?
Debate it.
We were
Debate it. I thought we were in a debate.
vaginas,
Debate it.
Debating. Yeah, totally. All right.
Hey,
all
the
right,
priests.
let's
Hey,
go
the
ahead.
priests
If
get
you want
free pussy.
final thoughts on those 2 questions, go for it now. No particular order. Otherwise, we're going to end the rounds, and hopefully,
I just wanted to say that Catholic priests get a free pussy.
What did I do wrong?
Just kidding, buddy. You're fine. All right.
Boy
What'd you
pussy.
say, Mini? What'd you say, Mini?
I said that Catholic priests get free boy pussy.
I told you. Didn't want to repeat that.
It's the truth, bro. It's the truth. And then they hide them. It's the truth.
I wish, sometimes I didn't. All right.
I'm not wrong.
Anybody else want to make a final statement before we go to the vote? This is your last chance.
I got nothing really.
We should make food free. We should make housing free. We should make college free.
We should make people free.
Truly free.
You get a car. You get a car. You
sound lazy. You sound lazy. No, I mean, there's nothing really to elaborate on my points. Epstein didn't kill himself, and it shouldn't be a privilege whether or not you can feed your fucking baby if you physically can't.
Dude, you know what? You know what was actually really interesting? Like, I mowed my dad's lawn the other day when I went to go visit him, and it was like liberating. Like, it felt really fucking good. Like, it was one of those things that just shut your mind off, and I was like, yo, this is, I could get used to this. I'm not gonna lie.
No offense, but that's how you know you're getting old.
You know what?
That's how you know you're a good son, actually.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and end the round. So I know that was kind of an interesting round. Not really a debate kind of question. But once again, I wanted to trying to lighten the mood because we do hit some of these heavy-hitting topics. So Dunkel, out of those responses to the questions, who would you say you favor?
I was good.
I know it's more of a tough round to vote on.
Yeah. This was a weird one. With the conspiracies, I guess I kind of wanted somebody to impress me with details I've never heard or something that I've never really pondered.
Oh, Isha wins on that one.
I will say, so top 2, I don't even have a top 3 for that one. Top 2 are Isha. I've never even thought of the idea with Helen Keller. But if you just think about Helen Keller for a second, that logically that makes sense. I didn't really hear anything that was kicker where I was like, fuck, he's right. And then Kirby, I like the. Oh my
God, Kirby.
Don't do that. I like the idea of bringing up Princess Diana. I think that there's a lot of conspiracy going on with that people don't talk about enough. But I will give this one to Isha because I've never heard anything about.
Do you see what he does? Do you see what he does?
So good shit, man. That's actually interesting. I'm gonna look more into that.
He talked about the other girl, and then he's like, Kirby.
I'm gonna add another
Sorry, go ahead.
Conspiracy.
Come on, bro.
I want to add another conspiracy. Dunkel keeps on voting for Kirby because he wants to have sex with her.
Oh yeah, I've reviewed this before.
Such a win.
All right.
I've reviewed this one before.
I'm sorry, Kirby, that
people on stream. Can we keep the sexual tension and comments to each other? All right.
Yeah.
Reserve it for the DMs as long as it is.
Dunkel is reserving it.
Thank you.
I'm sorry he's objectifying you, Kirby. You don't deserve that.
I would never do that.
Let's not make that a thing on this channel, please. Thank you. All right, as much as
Dunkel, and it's gonna work, bro. It's gonna work.
Moving forward, so
it's gonna work. Watch, he's already in the DMs. Look, she's already texting.
How many people got left?
She's already texting.
6? Who are we missing here on here? So we got CJ Malik, MiniDonbeE, Prime.
Hold on.
Whoa, Kirby.
We're not missing anyone. We started with 10. Right? We started with 10, and we had 2 eliminations of 2 people.
Yeah,
we have 6 left.
No. I meant for the chat vote.
Oh.
Yeah, 5.
Should we? Yeah.
All right. So we have 5 on there now. Twitch.tv/GigaDatum to make your vote.
Boys, listen, I know you all left for the fucking John Zerk Royale, and I'll be there in a second. Okay, I know.
Number 5.
Vote for me, bro. I gotta win this one, and then I go into Zerk Royale and I destroy, I behead the people in there.
Who you want to keep on
the show? That's what we're gonna do.
Not kick.
I don't want to fucking lose.
On the timer. Once again, more of a fun little round.
Vote 1 and vote for no one else.
Again, I know you guys are going to have a hard time voting.
1 and no one else.
Or maybe, once again, you like the idea of hearing
something. All right. We're going to win here, and then we're going to take over the fucking Zerk Royale.
I think we have all heard before, but yes. I like how Mini was, by the way, was so cautious. regarding the Wuhan lab leaks. Like, dude, like that's not even that controversial, bro. Like,
No, but it's fun. But it's fun to be cautious, you know, because it makes them seem more powerful. Datum. It's a strap, buddy. It's a strap, buddy.
The interesting thing was, like you said, what conspiracy would you die on, right? There's so many fucking conspiracies I'm into, but I would fucking like bet my life on the one.
Epstein.
By the way, guys, 2 votes. 2 votes. 2 votes this time, not 3. 2 votes. So 2 people. Pick your top 2 individually.
One for W fucking answers.
Messages.
One for W answers.
Go vote. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I want to make that very clear.
Come on, boys. We're really fucking close. Malik, CJ. Oh my god, I'm actually last. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Hey, we keep trying. We keep trying, bro. Listen, even if we don't make it, we all know we fucking won.
Conspiracies, personally.
We all know we fucking won.
It's a figure of expression, but
free the fucking people.
No, I know what you're saying.
The only person's conspiracy here that I would have died on is Minnie's. That's the only person's conspiracy that I would die on.
You think Epstein didn't kill himself?
I don't care what he did. He's a pedophile. He could be dead, alive, gone. I don't care. He's not in the world to fuck with people anymore, so I don't give a shit.
I would care if he was alive.
If he's not, if he's unable to,
how do you know he's dead?
No, I care about that because the people Epstein worked with are still in power. Like, even though Epstein's not around and relevant, the people he gave an island to do fucked up things. Where's the list? Like, those people are
more
still
so,
in
where's
power
the list? The people, once again, Ghislaine gave the list up apparently, and they're not leaking it. They're probably not going to do anything about it, but the idea is...
Of course I'm voting for myself.
Like,
Tyler,
if
I was the
Epstein's
best.
dead or alive,
Of course
he can't
I'm
show
voting
his
for
face,
myself,
and if somebody
bro.
ever sees
I
him,
was the
they'll
best
leak
on
it.
all the
So,
fucking questions.
there's no way
I
that
gave
Epstein
real and entertaining
wreaks as much
answers.
havoc or any
that
havoc
much money,
anymore.
man. You can have,
Bro,
all the
what is
plastic
something
surgery
you
in the
want
world,
to be
they'll
free?
recognize it.
Free people.
You think somebody would actually do
I
that?
want them to fucking free people. Stop being slaves to the system.
But I don't know if that's a real thing.
That's way more important than anything else.
The biggest conspiracy
if you
of
free
all
people,
time
then people can
is
choose what they want to do.
Not Kris Jenner. What's the Caitlyn Jenner getting into a car accident?
Twitch.tv/GigaDatum to go vote.
Getting into a car accident and dodging the allegations and not going to jail while drunk driving and killing a family. She then transitioned and changed all of the news coverage to her transition instead of her killing somebody in a drunk driving accident.
And she was the best woman.
Caitlyn Jenner was a woman.
She was the woman of the year.
Caitlyn Jenner was a woman when she crashed, and that's exactly why she crashed.
No, she wasn't. She did it like 3 to 4 months later.
Oh my god.
Isha.
Yes.
Isha.
No, she was already a woman. Yeah.
That's
mentally.
This one was hard because
all right, finish the poll. Whoa, Kirby wins. Wins. As she was saying, what was that again? This one was hard.
This one was hard because there's ones I would die on, but like you can't talk about certain things on Twitch like at all.
I'm very interested.
I think the one she was gonna say for those wondering.
It's fine, dude.
What she was gonna say.
It's fine. We are not outcome based. We are performance based. And we had a
no,
better
that's not what
performance
she's
than
talking about.
everybody
She's
else.
talking about what Alex Jones just got sued for $50 million about.
Wait, what? You don't think that was real?
Would you be referring to false flags of any kind?
That's what I'm saying.
Why don't we talk about it later?
All right. So, Whoa Kirby wins the round. Bottom 3. Oh, what the?
Fine.
Look how close it was in votes. 21 votes.
It was
22
like one
votes.
vote.
22 votes. 23 votes. So CJ somehow is staying right away. And let me see how many questions I have left. 6. It's been 2 hours. We still have time. Okay, so we're going to get rid of one person this time. Only one. Bottom 2 are MiniDonbeE. Actually, we're going to have to go with the bottom 3. Malik, Prime, and MiniDonbeE. You get to save 2, Whoa Kirby. So, who's the first one you're going to save out of Malik, Prime, and Mini?
I think is this based off both answers or the what should be
but both the whole round, Okay,
whole round. Minnie, what was your answer for what should be free? Can you remind me?
Humanity, humans.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. I love people.
My answer was food and housing and college and all that.
You only get one thing, so your
Yeah.
answer was
Free the fucking people, bro.
Oh Jesus. I guess we'll start with Malik. I liked her the conspiracy theory answer. I think the free there's actually kind of like a conspiracy theory around baby formula, but we can talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Malik's being
God.
saved. And then you get to
Mini.
choose between Prime and Mini. Who is staying?
Mini, wait, Prime, what was your conspiracy theory? Was that?
Oh, aliens.
That wasn't aliens? Oh, man. Okay. Mini, I do believe humans should be free.
No, it's okay.
However,
Listen, you hate humanity. Don't worry about
sorry,
it. I love people. Even if you listen, even if you hate people, I still want you to be able to say that you hate people because I want people to be truly fucking free. Whoa, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Can I ask where you're from?
Right.
Wait, Mini,
It doesn't matter where I'm
people?
from. I'm from Earth. I'm one of the people.
Mini, have you ever bought a person?
No.
Well,
And I can't be
Mini,
bought
Mini,
either.
go and shout yourself out. The happiest man alive. Happiest man alive.
I am pretty happy, actually. It's dude. Yo, Datum, I am actually pretty happy, bro. Apparently, I'm gonna be able to see you. Apparently, I'm gonna be able to go to TwitchCon. I don't know. Hopefully, we're trying to work on it. Okay. I'm trying to work on the visa, but hey, you can catch me at twitch.tv/MiniDonbeE. All right. I'm an entertainer and I love people, and we're going up. All right. So see you later, Datum. Thank you so much for having me. Everybody, nice to meet you. All right, Prime, you're always a cool guy. Whoa, Kirby, even though you hate humanity, whatever, it's fine. Malik, love you, girl. Isha, you're actually funny as hell. Dunkel, listen, buddy, you were a little bit biased, but at least you chose me that one round. I love you. Mwah.
How am I biased?
CJ, I'll see you on the E-Dates, dude. Have a good day.
Douglas done good. All
yeah,
right,
I feel like I'm not biased at all. You want to see biased? I'll show you biased. Whoa, Kirby, you won the whole show.
You did a great job. You did a great
There
job.
you go. There you go. Reveal your true self. That's exactly what I want. See, Datum, I got eliminated and I still win, buddy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Even in loss, we take a fucking win. You see that? I freed the people. Do you see that? I freed his actual opinion. Do you see what I do, bro? Holy fucking Christ. I'm so powerful. I'm actually so powerful. Hold on, we're going into the... Alright. Alright, we gotta go... Bro, look at that. Look at that. We put a smile on people's faces. We talked about real shit. Alright, we influenced everybody. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine, bro. I get it. It's okay. You know, dude, do not be outcome based. Do not be outcome based. Be fucking, what's it called? Performance based, okay? And my performance always great, right? I'm gonna go take a piss. Yeah, you see what I did there, bro? Come on, I freed. You see what I do, bro? I tell people I want them to be free, and then I free them. I actually free them. I'm gonna take a piss, boys, and then we're gonna go into the Zerka thing. Actually, I'm gonna put his fucking stream, so we're all ready. All right. I wish I could stay for Datum's shit. It was actually quite good. I usually stay on the shows that I am on, but Zerka's on the Royale right now. So
you want to talk about devaluing? You literally have just devalued yourself because you are now a regular person. How devalued are you?
Oh, look, it's all my friends, bro. Anna, Eli,
how many people have you kissed?
Paris,
how many people have you kissed? Since you're talking about Cameron Diaz, how many people have you kissed?
I've kissed a handful of people, but if you want to